Madison Sports Talk Station, The Zone. This is a Wisconsin Sports Zone update.
Well, the Brewers are in Houston tonight. It's where they'll open up a series against the Astros. They'll do so coming off a sweep against the Cardinals, helping them to a 4-game lead in the NL Central over the Cubs. Manager Pat Murphy talks on the season so far.
Games are going to be like this. Games are going to be close. The game is hard. Hitting is hard. Stringing together hits with the defense that's out there and the type of pitching that's out there, it's hard. So you have to do, I think you have to do little things.
Again, it will be Milwaukee and Houston tonight. First pitch at 7:10. Turning to the Packers, they're closing out their first week of OTAs, though the focus remains on running back Josh Jacobs' legal situation. The Brown County District Attorney's Office are still trying to determine whether they'll file former charges against Jacobs in relation to an incident last Saturday. Jacobs was released from jail on Wednesday, and his attorneys say he denies the accusations. As for Wisconsin, they now have 3 more start time for games this fall. It includes the home opener against Western Illinois at 6:15 and the season finale against Minnesota on Black Friday, with kick coming at 6:30.
For nearly 40 years, ABC Wisconsin Apprenticeship has been helping men and women transform themselves into highly skilled trade professionals. These skills are in demand and provide strong wages and benefits for a bright future. If you're a hands-on person who likes the feeling when you get projects done, apprenticeship could be for you. Go to buildyourcareerwi.org or just search online for ABC of Wisconsin.
The NBA draft continues to loom for the Bucks and what to do with Giannis Antetokounmpo. The team is reportedly open to trading him, and offers have been made. Bucks co-owner Jimmy Haslam, he told reporters earlier this month that they would like to have this situation figured out before the draft gets underway on June 23rd. For the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network, I'm Ebo.
Play it safe? Nah.
You gotta fight for your right.
We don't abide by your rules. Sometimes it's okay to get unruly. This is Over the Line from the Alpine Liquor Studio. Alpine Liquors, Dane County's largest independently owned liquor store, proudly serving DeForest and beyond.
Well, do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? Yesterday, talked a lot about what was going to happen in the Green Bay Packers running back room with the Josh Jacobs situation. What truly is going on with Josh Jacobs? Well, more will be revealed on that. But do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? If Marshawn Lloyd is the running back 1, we might be crying, because yesterday for OTAs number 2, Marshawn Lloyd, who in his first 2 seasons has played in 1 game and had 10 snaps. Marshawn Lloyd was out of the second of OTAs yesterday. Undisclosed injury, but out. I saw this making its way around the Twitter sphere. Unclear what the reasoning is, as Chris Brooks was taking first-team reps in Lloyd's place. Obviously, Lloyd missed most of the last season due to injuries. He's on paper behind an RB2 behind Josh Jacobs. But with the situation now, I don't know. Status, it is early, but status unclear, and will need to continue to be monitored for the remainder of OTAs into mandatory minicamp, which will be June 9th to the 11th, and then training camp. But do you really want to hurt me? No, we don't, Josh Jacobs, or Marshawn Lloyd.
Do you really want to hurt me?
We might cry, though.
Do you really want to make me cry?
Not good, my friends. Good morning, by the way. 608-321-1670. How are we doing today? How are we doing today? Tough, man. Tough. Marshawn Lloyd, who literally has done absolutely nothing. A lot riding right now on his shoulders, and apparently could have been too much. Again, out yesterday. First 2 seasons, Lloyd, 10 snaps, all came in week 2 of his rookie season of 2024 when he carried the ball 6 times for 15 yards against the Colts. Since then, he has missed 32 straight regular season games, including the entirety of the 2025 season. Remember last year it was who said it? It was they sent him out west. They sent him out west to get better. Where exactly that was, I guess we'll really never know. But they sent him out west, and now he's back. Packers didn't make any significant additions for running backs in their group this offseason via the draft or free agency. They let their second leading rusher from last season, Emmanuel Wilson, leave as a free agent. He signed with the Seattle Seahawks. And then this was kind of in part because they believe Lloyd will finally show why the Packers drafted him in the 3rd round at pick number 88 overall 2 years ago. Maybe that the anticipation is high. Here, I got a little blurb here. So, like our guy Rob Reichel, who was at the little Matt LaFleur presser before OTAs on Wednesday. There's this. It says this is from Rob Domofsky. Rob Domofsky, who says this: anticipation was high to watch Lloyd in practice on Wednesday, the first organized team activity of the offseason that was open to the media. So anticipation was high to watch Marshawn Lloyd. Then he says right here, yet Lloyd took the same number of reps in 11-on-11 drills than he did all of last season. 0. Cero for our Spanish-speaking friends. Lloyd took part in team drills on Tuesday's closed session, but only did individual work. So Lloyd doing and picking up kind of where he left off last year. That's doing nothing. Here's a video, scenes from Packers OTA practice. Marshawn Lloyd and Chris Brooks taking the first team running backs without Josh Jacobs. LaFleur was talking about, and we played some of the LaFleur audio. We'll get more of the LaFleur audio today as we're wondering what's going to happen. But LaFleur essentially was saying that he's done a nice job, but we've only had one practice. Now, this is before yesterday. He's done a nice job, but we've only had one practice. LaFleur saying the proof will be in the pudding. He's got to show that consistently over the course of all OTAs, into training camp, into the preseason, and then we'll see where we go from there. How much hope, how much faith do you have? Let's see here. No, Goose Egg says they sent Watson out west. No, they sent him to Madison. And they sent him to Madison. Tucker Kraft was in a better place. Watson, they sent to Madison. I'm pretty sure it was Marshawn Lloyd that they said they sent out west. Or Matt LaFleur said that. I'll have to go find the audio. Mike and Portage, I have no faith in Marshawn Lloyd. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think anyone really does. What has he done besides play 10 snaps in one game? That's it. Let's see here. Lloyd hurt from almost the get-go. He pulled a groin muscle in his in the first training camp practice with pads on. That was last year. Then attempted to come back in 2025. Also included 2 separate hamstring strains and a calf sprain. This after he twice sustained hamstring injuries, which added hip and ankle injuries before appendicitis ruled the rest of his 2024 season. This guy can't catch a break, man. Yet the Packers do remain optimistic that the quote-unquote powerful and speedy Lloyd can repay the team for their patience. Have you ever heard people being patient in the NFL? Isn't it a win now, results now? What have you done for me lately, business? Let's go through this for Lloyd. No, I hope the best for him. He's not gonna be it for the Packers. Something is gonna have to happen. Groin muscle, 2 separate hamstring strains, a calf sprain. So there's 4. And this is after he twice sustained hamstring injuries, so there's 6. And added hip and ankle injuries, so 6, 7, 8. And then we'll throw in appendicitis for 9. I think they call him Mr. Glass. I think they do. Let's see here. A Packers running backs coach has said earlier this offseason that Lloyd has been able to do things this year that injuries prevented him from doing in the previous offseasons. Okay. He said, quote, and this is Ben Sermons, the running backs coach, quote, so I do think that gave him a lot of confidence. He talked about how much stronger he is just in his lower half of his body, stronger than he's ever been. So with all those things, it's giving him confidence. And he's got a regimen that he does before we even go out to practice. What is that, wrap himself in bubble wrap? So here, we're very optimistic, but we've all been optimistic before, so we've just got to wait and see what's going to happen. But he feels confident, and I feel confident that he's finally going to get to the point where he can be in there and be ready to play a full season. Okay, well, that's good. And that's what we all would like, for him to play a full season. That would be nice. That would be nice. You're talking with Rob Reichel yesterday. Instead of Marshawn Lloyd, he was hoping that maybe the Packers will get a Marshawn Lynch. Now, Marshawn Lynch, his nickname was Beast Mode. Our guy, great listener of the show, great sales guy as well, worst Brewers fan, he had texted in, I have a nickname for Marshawn Lloyd. It's not Beast Mode. We're going to go with Least Mode. Least Mode with Marshawn Lloyd. All right, 608-321-1670. We'll get to some Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur comments on this as he was speaking to the media. Mostly just, not wanting to talk about Josh Jacobs and then talking indeed about Marshawn Lloyd. So we'll get to some of that. Again, 608-321-1670 if you want to get involved. We'll just take a little breaky poo here. Let some people get set up. Get some Matt LaFleur audio ready. Maybe some Rob Reichel. We'll do that. Stick around. We'll be right back.
This is Over the Line.
I want you to be nice until it's time to not be nice.
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Got our guy RJ in the house.
What's up?
Good morning, RJ. What's happening?
Not much.
Big plans this weekend?
No. Well, going golfing tomorrow.
Where at?
Just over to Pleasant View.
Nice.
So it's
How many rounds have we got into us so far?
this will be round 1.
Oh, so done.
Ready, fight.
Ready and go.
Yeah. Went over to Vitens, get some swings in. So we'll see how it translates.
Nice, dude.
First round of the year never translates well from what I'm doing. Plus you're hitting off the mats at Vitens, so everything always looks better.
Yeah. And you get those big Georges with a big pitcher of beer. You'd be good to go too, like that.
Oh,
makes you feel good too.
It was just me, so I just did a couple of rounds of pints of beer.
Nice.
Yeah,
Just a couple rounds.
Yeah.
You ready for this? Caller, go.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Scotty.
Morning. Oh, computer's back.
Welcome back. Yes, this was overdue.
It was.
Welcome back to that same old place. I couldn't play this Wednesday because the computer was down. How you doing, guys?
Scott, I'm on cloud 9.
Fantastic.
How are you?
I want to thank my niece Trisha. She came in and had it fixed in 5 minutes. It wasn't that tough. It's just I didn't want to screw it up.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Trish or Trisha?
Trisha.
Thank you, Trisha. Thank you so much. We needed that welcome back Cotter.
All it was is, and I know you guys understand computers, is I had to get a new password for the Windows, to Windows to recognize it. Does that make sense?
Yes, I think it makes perfect sense.
So, as far as Josh Jacob is, I don't think he's going to get much.
You don't think so?
And the reason why is because think of all the players that had, minor or major, criminal actions, and he kind of got a probation and stuff. And it depends. If this is his first offense, it's probably be probation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Josh Jacobs has any other legal issues in his past, and
No.
so I guess they'll say more will be revealed, Scott. We'll see. The investigation's still ongoing.
So, I'm so
Scott,
glad
do you
to get-
believe in Marshawn Lloyd?
I believe in miracles.
So, let me get this straight. He hasn't played that much.
He
hasn't played 2 full seasons.
He has played one game.
It's kind of hard to believe something that you haven't seen.
Do you believe, Scott? What, Scott? It's hard to believe in things you don't see, Scott. What, you know? Sometimes you just got to have a little faith.
Well, what I mean is if he hasn't played and he's hurt, I don't know. Is that from
Scott? He's had more injury. I think he's had as many injuries as snaps played.
Probably more.
Oh, that's a hard one. Is he good when he plays, or is he just injury proof?
I don't think we know if he's good or not when he plays.
I don't think you can use a sample size of one game.
Okay, so that answers that question. In other words, he's probably very good, but he just has bad injury problems.
I don't know if he's more. We'll see. We'll see, Scott. We'll see.
But the other question there is, what did they pay for him?
Well,
I mean,
they drafted him.
So that means he's a rookie.
Well, no. This would be his third year.
I don't think
Scott,
I like
he's
to make
5'9", 220 pounds. He's not. He's not really that quick. He's more of like a change of pace kind of guy.
And he's a tight end, or
he's a running back.
Let's get to the music trivia, Scotty. How about that?
Running back. To be honest with you, I don't know.
Yeah,
no, we know.
We'll have to see. But, yeah. No one really knows.
Nobody knows.
We're just on our way from home.
Foreigner?
Yep. Keep on loving you.
REO.
Yep. Paranoid.
Black Sabbath.
Yep. The things we do for love.
Oh. 10C? No. 10CZ?
Yep.
10CC.
Yep. Now, here's the tough one. Clock strikes 10.
I don't know.
Cheap Trick.
Yeah, very good. Pulled that one out of last minute.
Yeah.
Smoking Water.
Deep Purple.
Train.
Oh, that's freaking Blackfoot.
Yep. Head Games.
Foreigner.
West End Girls.
Pet Shop.
Yeah.
Pet Shop Boys.
Yep. Your Wildest Dreams.
Oh, I know it. Booty Blues.
Yep. Well, thank you guys. Have a good day.
I love you, Scott. Have a great weekend. See you, buddy. Let's see here. We got a text in just during that. Sounds like, and I don't have a name for the person, just their number. Sounds like Marshawn Lloyd has as many highlights as Aaron Rodgers did his first season with the Jets. Rodgers had four snaps?
Yes.
Or was it just 4 snaps total of the game? Marshawn Lloyd had what, 10 snaps? Marshawn Lloyd has more injuries than Aaron Rodgers had snaps with the Jets. And almost as many injuries, and Marshawn Lloyd almost has as many injuries as he's had snaps with the Packers in his one game. I mean, the injury list is it's actually kind of impressive, to be honest with you, for Marshawn Lloyd.
I'm not even mad.
Let's see here. Okay, and this is from Rob Domofsky. I'm just going to read a little blurb. Last year, Lloyd was hurt almost from the get-go. He pulled a groin muscle in the first training camp with pads on, first practice of training camp. His attempt to come back in 2025 also included 2 separate hamstring strains, and a calf sprain. This after he twice sustained hamstring injuries and added hip and ankle injuries before getting appendicitis, which ruined the rest of his 2024 season. It's very impressive.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think Marshawn Lloyd actually has highlights.
Let's see. He averages.
I don't know if they're even low lights. I think it's just I think he's just there.
He is 100% in receptions. Like has never.
He has 100% catch rate. That is true.
Never dropped one.
He has 100% catch rate.
Averages 3 yards a catch. And averages 2.5 yards per carry.
Yeah. So what you have here is a guy who does not drop balls.
Does not drop balls.
A 100% catch rate.
Yep.
We like that. We'll take that all day. I mean, take 100% catch rate.
Who wouldn't?
We all would.
I'm there.
All right, 608-321-1670. Something that we didn't talk about yesterday, RJ. We had some times come out.
I saw that.
For Wisconsin football.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. There was we love the Black Friday. Well, we don't love the Black Friday games.
Well, yeah.
But they love scheduling them, I should say. So,
remember when we would never play a Friday game?
Yeah.
And then immediately played a Friday game because the old AD just bowed down.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, RJ, there was a time when they said we would never, ever play a Friday game.
Correct.
And then Wisconsin was the first to do it.
Yep. The first Big Ten team to play on a Friday night on Big Ten Network.
Yeah. There was we'll never play a Friday game. And then Patches were the first one to do it.
Yep. Said, okay.
Okay.
Yep.
I guess. Okay.
We'll do it.
But let's see here. November. Now, this is a ways away. Okay. But November 27th is Friday.
Yes.
There was a time when RJ and I, when we were downtown doing a show,
mm-hmm.
and it was on a Black Friday. It was cold. It was snowy. It was against Minnesota.
Yeah.
It was at 11 a.m.
It was.
We were down there on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. We got there on there. I got there like 8 a.m., 8 in the morning.
Yeah, I got.
There's about nobody there.
Yeah.
Now, again, I mean, the music doesn't start bumping until 10 o'clock, and so people don't start moseying out till about 9. But even by 9, 10 o'clock, there's still about nobody there. RJ and I saw an accident happen on Regent Street.
Car accident.
A slow-speed car accident. That was an omen for what was about to happen that Black Friday a couple of years ago. Wisconsin then got absolutely throttled by Minnesota. It was very depressing. And then ever since, we've been having to have these damn Black Friday games. And now we have another. So November 27th, this one not at 11 a.m. against Minnesota at Camp Randall, 6:30 p.m. on Black Friday. I do believe, though, that will be a lot better than 11 a.m. on a Black Friday.
Yeah, hopefully. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I would imagine so. Why? Because, well, I mean, you get to sleep off that tryptophan.
Yeah.
And I'd say Friday, you could get you all. Do people even really Black Friday shop? Is that still kind of like a thing? Does anyone out there still go out Black Friday shopping? I never have.
They do, and they don't realize you can start getting the deals as soon as Halloween.
Yeah, so when I was going in school, I worked in retail, and I would have to work on Black Fridays.
That sounds horrible.
It was terrible because I would have to be I'd have to be in like 4 or 5 a.m. There would be this was in the height of Black Friday. This is when there was the Black Friday death counter, and people would literally beat each other's grandmas over the head with baseball bats to get discounted towels from China. There would be people licking the windows like zombies to get in, to get these deals. They'd just be pacing with their coffee, and licking the window and trying to get in.
Are you open?
No, you animals, go back to bed.
Leave us alone.
Please go back to bed. That Black Friday really has subsided, though. I don't think that happens as much anymore. But you are right, RJ. The deals actually are better like the week or 2 weeks before.
Yep.
Anyways, 6:30 will be better.
That game was closer than I remembered.
No, that
23-16. Oh, that's right. We got to like inside the red zone, and then it was 2 offensive false start penalties that pushed us back 20 yards.
Mm-hmm.
and then didn't score and lost the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible. And then the next year, that's when Wisconsin got absolutely throttled by Minnesota, if I remember correctly. But yeah, we did get to meet one of our great listeners.
No, we actually came back and won the one in 2023.
Okay, so I'm
and then we lost
confusing
24-7, and last year 17-7.
Yeah.
So we're getting closer.
We're getting closer. Maybe a 6:30 game at Camp Randall, 6:30 at night. Maybe this will be, who knows? But maybe this will be better. And we did get to meet one of our great listeners that one Black Friday I was talking about. Our guy Kevin from Missouri was Kevin on Regent Street that day. Right. Awesome guy. Great guy. Let's see here. J.A. Krebs, I heard Melvin Gordon is coming home.
Yeah, he and Chris Borland were elected to the UW Athletics Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Amongst other people. I saw the whole list of them. And
yeah, you can find that. You can easily Google that.
But those are really the only two I recognized in this class.
What were some other times coming out the other day? We had
an 11:30 game.
Yeah, 11:30 against Eastern
a.m.
Michigan.
That's an odd one.
11:30.
But is that a Peacock NBC?
September 19th against Eastern Michigan. You'd have to go look. But the Western Illinois is at 6:15.
Yeah.
On September 12th.
Saw that.
So you get some pieces starting to come together here for the Wisconsin schedule.
Yeah.
So start planning.
That's the Eastern Michigan 11:30 a.m. is a Peacock game. So it just says Peacock. So not even NBC Peacock.
Yeah, NBC's like, we don't want to air this on over the air free.
We already
TV.
got Wisconsin versus Notre Dame and Wisconsin versus Minnesota.
They said we got to hide this somewhere behind a paywall. Peacock, let's do it there. So September 6th. Let me go find the schedule first. Let's take a little break.
Got my ticket request in, by the way, so we'll see.
Really?
Yeah.
Attaboy. I got to get the better
Maybe
version.
we'll see you up there.
It's possible. It's possible, RJ. He's got his request in. I do believe, though, on September 6th, which will begin the season for Wisconsin against Notre Dame, obviously, at Lambeau. Hopefully with RJ in attendance. I think there is one other college football game on that day, but I think it's at the same time. I have to go look into the schedule again. I vaguely remember some synapses in my brain are firing that haven't fired in a while. I have to go look into this first. But we'll take a little break here. It's 608-321-1670. Marshawn Lloyd on the brain as well. Do you have faith in him?
Well, I guess it would be nice.
Do you have faith in him? The only faith I have right now is from George Michael. We'll come right back.
Got a body like you, but I gotta think twice before I give my heart away. And I know all the games you play because I play them too. Oh, but I need some time off from that emotion. Time to pick my heart up off the floor. Oh, when that love comes down with a devotion. Well, it takes a strong man, baby, but I'm showing you the door. 'Cause I gotta have faith. I gotta have faith. Because I got to have faith. I got to have faith. Baby, I know you're asking me to stay. Say please, please, please don't go away. You say I'm giving you the blues. Maybe you mean every word you say. I can't help but think of yesterday and another who tied me down to lover boy rules. Before this river, there comes an ocean. Before you throw my heart back on the floor. Oh, baby, I'll reconsider my foolish notion. Well, I need someone to hold me, but I wait for something more. Yes, I gotta have faith. I gotta have faith.
This is Over the Line
It's also illegal.
It's not illegal.
on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 5 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 4 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Well, I know there's going to be a lot of questions about Josh. I'm going to stick with the statement that we put out as an organization and just let the process play out.
Matt, as far as football goes, do you have to prepare for the possibility that you might be playing some of the season without him, especially this time of year?
Well, I think a lot's going to happen between now and then.
Have you all any communication with him the last 3 days? Or?
Yeah, respectfully, I'm not going to elaborate on anything.
Matt, how do you feel about that position in general?
Well, I mean, I like the guys that we have, but certainly you can never have enough, that's for sure.
Are there team standards that you enforce regardless of legal matters?
Oh, always. We always have high standards here, but, I think our guys have done a really good job over the course of at least my time here. I think Goody and his staff do a great job of valuing character and bringing in, really good people.
Matt, just in terms of preparing for the season, when do you need a resolution on this to move forward as a team?
Yeah, I can't really. We're going to let that process play out. I can't really comment on that.
How was it sort of addressed with the team? Just for those?
I'm going to keep that between myself and the team.
As you know Josh better than all of us here do combined probably, what was your reaction when you heard this?
Respectfully, I'm not going to comment on that, Bill.
What have you seen from Marshawn Lloyd this offseason? Has he stayed healthy?
Yeah, he's done a nice job, but we've only had one practice, so I think the proof will be in the pudding. Like he's got to show that consistently over the course of all of OTAs, into training camp, into the preseason, and then we'll see where we go from there.
What reasons do you guys have to think? I mean, he's been here a couple of years. I'm not sure he's gone more than a week of being healthy.
Yeah, he's had some really tough circumstances and has fought through a lot of adversity, but I think that, for a lot of guys, guys that can fight through the adversity and stay positive, which he's done, I think, there's a lot that can come from that in a positive sense.
What have you all seen from him on the occasions when he has been healthy enough to?
Well, he's extremely explosive, and he's a dual threat guy, a guy that you can design routes for, but we're in the early stages right now.
Ben Sermons was expressing some optimism that.
All right, there's a little bit from Matt LaFleur. I wanted to play a little bit of that to get some of his thoughts out there in Josh Jacobs, and we'll get more into Marshawn Lloyd as well coming up here. But that's just a little taste, RJ. A little taste right there. 608-321-1670. Line 1, good morning.
Hey, people, this is Buzz. Hey, I want to just tell you, last few days I keep having this nightmare that Josh Jacobs is somehow going to get on the work release program, and the Packers are going to keep him on. And last game of the season against the Lions, playoffs on the line, he's going to be running in the end zone, and Brian Branch is going to go to tackle him, and just the tail of his pinky fingernail catches that ankle bracelet and trips him up at the 2-yard line. And we end up 2 yards short, an ankle bracelet short of the playoffs. I can't get it out of my mind.
Oh, man.
I'm just saying.
That's a really good. That's a good joke, actually. You ever see the ankle bracelet walking around? It's like you gotta own it when you're walking around with the ankle bracelet.
Oh, for sure.
You gotta own it. That's it. My nightmare is Marshawn Lloyd. Yeah. My nightmare is Marshawn Lloyd being RB1 first game of the season. That's my nightmare.
If the guy is healthy, I don't know if he's 1, 2, or 3, but the idea is just get healthy and get on the field. My thing is, and before this happened, I'm like, Emmanuel Wilson, pretty cheap. Why, something wasn't right there. Why did they let that guy walk? I thought he contributed.
I don't know either. They did nothing. Anyways, that's I wish your nightmare. I hope you don't have that nightmare anymore, and I hope my nightmare goes away as well.
Hey, take care, guys.
You too, brother. Much love. It's just the pinky. His pinky nail hits the ankle bracelet.
Him.
That's 608-321-1670. Line 2, good morning.
Hey.
Mike and Portage. Good morning. Sorry, your phone.
Good morning.
Your phone cut out completely. We could hear you talking, but it couldn't. It was digitized. Couldn't hear you.
You got back right before RJ was gonna win that WBA award for his commentary. Just in time, right before it was about to happen. We were watching him on the stream.
Where you're like, I thought you came swooping in. I was like, no.
Giving him the motivation.
Yeah, I had to play Matt LaFleur really quick. I had to step out momentarily. Feel better now.
You had a meeting.
Yeah, I had a
good.
Yeah, I had a meeting. I had a quick meeting with the porcelain guy.
A meeting with Mr. Bidet. Mr. Bidet.
No,
Formerly Mr. Bidet.
The bidet doesn't work in here, and I was not taking. I was not. I wasn't out of that end.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right.
What I'm saying is, I had to barf a lot, and then I came back. So
you can rally. You can. So I got a very intriguing question now. Talking about Badger football. Do we have a location yet for this year's pregame show?
The more
I don't believe so as of right now.
No.
All right.
There is.
Worst Brewers fan, I know you're listening, worst Brewers fan, and obviously you don't have to say nothing here, Ebo, so you don't get in trouble, but last year, Blue Moon, great food, great drinks, great. We need to get back that huge vibe. Please, the sales department, worst Brewers fan, please make it happen. Lord of God, please make it happen.
Mike, I hope your wildest dreams come true for that, my brother, all right?
Yeah. Yep. One last thing here. Also, we didn't talk about the show this week. How about Pizza Hut bringing back the retro style for some of the locations, the red cups and the the big lights and everything else? Hell yeah, the red colored seats.
Now, that's great and all because I love the 90s. Listen, we all love the nostalgic of Pizza Hut from the 90s. But here's the kicker. They can bring back the red cups. They can bring back the cool lights and all that. Have you had Pizza Hut recently, though? Because I have. And I will say everybody.
They changed their recipes.
Everybody out pizzas the Hut.
Even
it was it stunk.
My in-laws get it all the time. And I tell them, like, sometimes it gives me a stomach ache. Like, they love ordering it. And in Portage, we have a Domino's now, too. We got a really good pizza at the from the bowling alley in Portage. I'm like, why do we keep ordering Pizza Hut? Well, we get a discount, and we get a buy one, get one free. The reason why they're giving you a free pizza is because they need to, get more customers through the door. So they do that buy one, get one thing, and that's why.
Everyone out pizzas the Hut. There's not a single person that Pizza Hut out huts. They have been out hutted by everyone.
They do out hut everybody with the breadstick, so I'll have to say that. But the pizza.
I was in Spring Green over the last weekend with my father-in-law. He had his son, my brother-in-law. They went to Pizza Hut. And they brought back a Badger special. Now, back in the day, the Badger special,
sausage, mushroom, and cheddar,
was incredible.
Yeah,
it was amazing. He had some leftovers. I tried a piece. Look what they done. What did
look what they done to my boy.
They massacred my boy. It was like eating dog food. I took one bite. I spit it out. I said, "This is terrible." I said, I can't even think about eating. That makes me want to barf again just thinking about it right now. Like it was awful. It was terrible. It was terrible.
You need to get the barf bucket in the studio like you had as a child.
I have the child. I didn't want to barf in front of RJ, so I.
Yeah, thank you.
So I turned the Matt LaFleur press conference on, and I didn't run because if I ran, I thought maybe. I quickly walked to the bathroom. You know when you got that the saliva in your mouth when you know it's coming.
Oh yeah.
I was able to expertly hold it in until
proud of you.
Until I shut the door and
thank you.
Just put the bucket in Heilprin's office.
I feel so much better. I feel a lot better. Well, Mike, Anything else, brother?
No, you're. One last thing I know you saw, but Goose Eggs is coming into town next week for the AmFam Championship with me. We're attending it.
No, I didn't.
Hopefully, get to meet
see that.
Mr. Larry Fitzgerald. Goose Eggs and his girlfriend are coming in. So we got free tickets for the AmFam Championship next Saturday.
Nice.
Larry Fitzgerald, Donald Driver. Should be a good time.
Well, I'll be there on Friday.
Ooh.
Yeah. On June 5th.
Ebo, I'm going to turn it around to you. You're a treasure and a treat.
Back at you, Mike. Much love, brother. Have a great weekend. See you, buddy. Yeah, full disclosure, I'm battling a little. It could be food poisoning.
Something.
I think that's what it is. I spent all night last night, going back and forth from laying on the floor, screaming in pain, to going to the bathroom, and walked into work here, and I was gonna set up a best of, but there's a couple things that have to be done today that required me to be here, so I'm just going to soldier on. And what I had to do there, thank you, RJ, for I'm like, I really don't want to do this in front of RJ. Because I think it might be a domino effect.
You hurl, I'm going to spew.
So what I did was I quickly walked to the bathroom while I played Matt LaFleur's. I didn't plan on playing Matt LaFleur at that moment, but, you got to use the tools around you. I feel better, though. Yeah, I feel a lot better now. Ugh. But I'll take a break and reevaluate the situation. We'll come right back, sir.
Rule number one, there are no rules.
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
All right, we got salary cap, Major League Baseball. The MLB CBA proposal, that and more. We'll get into that after 7 o'clock. Could there be, will there be a lockout, RJ? Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? We'll see. More will be revealed. I did find out what I was looking for before I had to go run away to the bathroom quick. RJ, there are 3 games on September 6th, Wisconsin football being one of them.
Yeah.
The other one, at the same time, will be Louisville and Ole Miss. At the same time. One's on NBC, the other on ABC. Why do they do that to themselves? Can someone explain that to me? Why?
Because, honestly, ESPN doesn't really like Notre Dame or the Big Ten. Because ESPN, really, when they started doing national broadcasts for college football, hung with the Big Ten.
Yeah.
And then when they did their latest round of media rights, CBS, Fox, and NBC collectively said, hey, we'll pay you $1 billion for the Big Ten rights. Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's cool. So then they said, Big Ten said bye to ESPN.
Yeah.
And their relationship since the conference TV structure started. And now they actively try to take eyes away from both Notre Dame and the Big Ten, because Notre Dame's been on NBC forever. But yeah, it's something that they're
I just don't get why you have 3 games. So the other game's Washington State versus Washington. That's at 3. That's at 3 o'clock.
So you have 2 Big Ten games. You have to put it later.
On 3 games of all college football, 3 games. One's at 3 o'clock. We'll take that out of the equation. Why in the world do you schedule both of them at 6:30? Whatever. All right, Major League Baseball. Lockout, proposals, money, lack thereof, big spenders, no spenders, Brewers.
Yeah.
We got some chatter on that coming up. Stick around. We'll be right back.
This is a Wisconsin Sports Zone update.
Well, the Brewers are in Houston tonight. It's where they'll open up a series against the Astros. They'll do so coming off a sweep against the Cardinals, helping them to a 4-game lead in the NL Central over the Cubs. Manager Pat Murphy talks on the season so far.
Games are going to be like this. Games are going to be close. The game is hard. Hitting is hard. Stringing together hits with the defense that's out there and the type of pitching that's out there, it's hard. So you have to do I think you have to do little things.
Again, it will be Milwaukee and Houston tonight. First pitch at 7:10. Turning to the Packers, they're closing out their first week of OTAs, though the focus remains on running back Josh Jacobs' legal situation. The Brown County District Attorney's Office are still trying to determine whether they'll file formal charges against Jacobs in relation to an incident last Saturday. Jacobs was released from jail on Wednesday, and his attorneys say he denies the accusations. As for Wisconsin, they now have 3 more start time for games this fall. It includes the home opener against Western Illinois at 6:15 and the season finale against Minnesota on Black Friday, with kick coming at 6:30.
For nearly 40 years, ABC Wisconsin Apprenticeship has been helping men and women transform themselves into highly skilled trade professionals. These skills are in demand and provide strong wages and benefits for a bright future. If you're a hands-on person who likes the feeling when you get projects done, apprenticeship could be for you. Go to buildyourcareerwi.org or just search online for ABC of Wisconsin.
The NBA draft continues to loom for the Bucks and what to do with Giannis Antetokounmpo. The team is reportedly open to trading him, and offers have been made. Bucks co-owner Jimmy Haslam, he told reporters earlier this month that they would like to have this situation figured out before the draft gets underway on June 23rd. For the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network, I'm Ebo.
Play it safe? Nah.
You gotta fight for your right.
We don't abide by your rules. Sometimes it's okay to get unruly. This is Over the Line from the Alpine Liquor Studio. Alpine Liquors, Dane County's largest independently owned liquor store, proudly serving DeForest and beyond.
All right, welcome back in. Keeping tabs, obviously, on the Josh Jacobs situation. Marshawn Lloyd sat out of practice, out of OTAs, undisclosed reason. You'd figure, though, with this being a moment, a moment in time, a moment in your career, where after 2 years of, you heard the song Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes? That was actually about all the injuries Marshawn Lloyd had received through 2 years. Where was he hurt? Everywhere. But you figured in this time, this would when you would capitalize. Let's see. Marshawn Lloyd, hamstring, hip, ankle, appendicitis, groin, hamstring, calf.
He's going to be fully healthy this year. All year.
This is the year where he finally figures it out and finally turns it around. All right? This is it. You only get one moment.
He went west for a whole body retreat.
Yep. You only get one shot, one opportunity, RJ.
Yep.
If you had everything
Do you think
you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it or would you just let it slip? Yo.
Boop, 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 boop.
Do you think Marshawn Lloyd ever heard this hit song "Lose Yourself" by Eminem?
Do you think he's got vomit on his sweater already?
If he doesn't, I do.
I know. Well, I know you do.
Well, I don't have a sweater on. There's none on. We're good, though. I'm just saying, if you're Marshawn Lloyd.
I ain't saying nothing.
Oh, Pizza Hut's now showing up on my algorithm.
Yep. Why wouldn't it?
Ugh, garbage. They're not a sponsor.
No.
Okay.
No, not that I know of.
Well, even if they were, I'd be honest about it anyways.
They're not paying you.
No. I'm telling you. We can get back into Pizza Hut chatter, but first, I do want to... I'm posing a question here because I'm very curious on this. Now, this comes from the soundtrack to the movie 8 Mile. It's a semi-biographical 2002 film about Eminem.
Semi-autobiographical.
Listen.
Look, if you had
This song
one
had a stranglehold over the nation for years. Still does, actually. I mean,
it still does.
Yeah.
Did you capture it?
Or would you let it slip?
Just let it slip.
There are moments in your life when, if it's relationships, if it's work, if it's a sporting event, if it's anything, where you feel like you can rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
You can come up and seize that moment and capture the opportunity. Ever since this song came out, people would have this song in their heads while trying to capture whatever moment it is that they were trying to get. And it would inspire you to do it. It would inspire you to do it. I don't think Marshawn Lloyd has ever heard this song. There's no, which is crazy because I think everyone's heard this song. I don't think Marshawn Lloyd's ever heard this song. Josh Jacobs right now. You can't practice. You can't play. The optics of it aren't there. It's not good. This is a time for running back 2, Marshawn Lloyd, to do what? You only got what? This song is about his opportunity right now. And you know what happened?
What happened?
He didn't. He sat out of the second OTA.
Uh-oh.
Some kind of undisclosed. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Matt LaFleur had some praises, but again, you got to seize the opportunity. Matt LaFleur, and we've seen this a lot, it's lip service when it comes to players. That's fine. That's what he does. But Matt LaFleur, of course, he's never going to say anything bad. But he needs, what? Here you go. Here's what has he seen from Marshawn Lloyd. Here's Matt LaFleur.
Well, he's extremely explosive, and he's a dual threat guy, a guy that you can design routes for. But, we're in the early stages right now.
He doesn't sound too confident.
No.
He doesn't sound too...
We're in the early stages now. The only thing missing is that pinching of the bridge of the nose. Yeah.
Here's
or you need that umpire. We're in the jackpot now.
We're in the jackpot now. On Marshawn Lloyd fighting through adversity. Here.
Yeah, he's had some really tough circumstances and has fought through a lot of adversity. But I think that, for a lot of guys, guys that can fight through the adversity and stay positive, which he's done, I think, there's a lot that can come from that in a positive sense.
It still doesn't sound good from Matt LaFleur here. It sounds very on what they've seen from Lloyd when he has been healthy.
Well, he's extremely explosive.
Did I play that one? Did I play this one?
Well, he's extremely explosive, and he's a dual threat guy, a guy that you can design routes for. But
yeah, I played that one. Here's the one.
Yeah, he's done a nice job, but we've only had one practice, so I think the proof will be in the pudding. Like he's got to show that consistently over the course of all of OTAs, into training camp, into the preseason, and then we'll see where we go from there.
There will be something happening for the Packers, unless Josh Jacobs is cleared from everything. Something will happen where whoever the running back, the RB1 of the Green Bay Packers, is not on the roster right now. That sounded nice.
Did that come across?
Yeah, it was a crack your neck. That sounded great.
Felt good.
Unless Josh Jacobs is, if he's, again, absolved of anything. 608-321-1670. Line 1, good morning.
So I got a question for you guys.
Yeah,
it's Corey
and Marshall, my man.
It'll be a discussion here. So
please.
How does Matt LaFleur know all this stuff and how good he is and all these things? Like, the guy's never out on the field. Does he just, sing those things on to Marshawn Lloyd? That's what I wonder.
I think he's speaking it into existence. He's manifesting it.
It's kind of like how communists try to manifest that concept into working, but it never does. Guys, so just because you say words doesn't mean they make it true, right? We might have found Mr. Glass, RJ and Evo. We might have found the real world Mr. Glass.
I do enjoy that character in the movie Glass, and what was it? What's the one? Is it Vincent? What's the one?
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable. Great movie.
Unbreakable.
And
that was what it was. That was pretty badass. He's like, they call me Glass.
Yeah.
Mr. Glass is a really good movie too, and then Split is part of that universe too. It's 3 movies together. They're all very good. I like him.
So I wonder then. So is there some guy out there that's got that can turn into a beast when it needs to, and then also a really super strong guy that you can't damage? So
it has to be.
There's got to be.
Isn't
that what?
We got to find all those characters. What's that?
It's not in that movie universe, but isn't that what Hancock is?
He's a fallen angel.
I do not know.
I thought he was.
Oh, okay.
He's a fallen angel.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in a while. I just thought he was like a.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly.
I don't remember. That's why I brought it up.
Decent movie.
No? Sounds
And
good.
this is something like our positions in football. We think everything's like hunky dory, and then stuff happens, and they're like, "Wow, I wish they would have taken a running back in the draft at some point." But
yeah,
can't
got a
can't
kicker
win them
though.
all, I guess.
Did get a
Got
kicker.
Well, they did lose multiple games last year because their kicker sucked. So, I mean, one position at a time. I wonder, like, could you trade for, let's say, a Braylon Allen if they need to, or who the hell would else be out there, like a mid-level running back that would be
Don't the
a
Cardinals
decent
have like
backup?
4 running backs right now?
Okay. Because even if Jacobs comes back from the situation he's in, you're going to need somebody that's actually going to be on the field. It sounds like Marshawn Lloyd is going to be going off to the glue factory here eventually, and figuratively, not literally, figuratively, folks. So don't take that the wrong way. Never know. Was he that injured at USC? Like, he couldn't have been this injured when he was in college, because otherwise he never would have been.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been drafted.
He never would have been drafted. So funny how that happens in between college and the pros. You always kind of wonder, was there a intervening situation that's caused his muscles suddenly to become so much stronger than what his body can handle, if you know what I mean.
You been watching the enhanced games?
I saw some of that, and I'm like, this is pretty wild. So you wonder, what I've been told from friends in the past, not that I would know about, and I actually don't, but like the amount of money that you would have to spend on like what those guys use to enhance themselves.
There's a lot of money.
Versus like what you could have won, versus the taxes. Like how much ahead of you are you actually coming out on the end of that? Like $5,000 basically.
Yeah, not great.
For all the liver damage and everything else you've done to your body over the time, and then the guy that sponsored it is absconded off to Argentina now, Peter Thiel, as I recall. Because he's worried about the U.S. situation. Like, yeah, lizard person down there, you can go freaking hung out down in South America if you want. Then with the other lizard people, as we know.
Isn't he a Satanist?
Probably one of those. And this is something along those lines. You never know. Maybe he's looking for that adrenochrome somewhere. You never know, Evil. Maybe he's found a new source of it down there in South America.
Or maybe he was. I think maybe he was giving speeches about the Antichrist. I forget, something like that. Something that was really bizarre. For what it was with Peter Thiel.
Well, because isn't he like a transhumanist where he believes he can live for forever?
Yes.
Of some type?
Something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. Anyways.
Always these tech bros.
Anywho.
Well, it's Friday. It's after Friday. There's nothing else going on, so this is when you get into the weird discussions.
Yeah.
It's like a late night, go down the rabbit hole when you start looking at.
I'm trying
like,
to kill
let's
time.
say,
I'm fighting off food poisoning. I'm trying not to run on back and forth and barf my brains out some more. So we're good.
just keep you talking kind of type deal, like keeping somebody.
No,
Keeping you awake when you're on a long drive. You just got to keep talking at them. My wife was almost ready to punch you in the face as we were driving back from Luke Combs because she's driving. And it's like, I just keep talking. She's like, yeah, I'm okay. And I'm like, well, I'm going to keep you annoyed. And that's for sure way to keep you awake. That's easy to do. I can do that, which I know I probably do to many folks. So,
Cor?
Well,
you the man, brother.
Yeah, I'll let you get back. You the man, and
see you, buddy.
Fight off that bioweapon for all.
We're fighting her. We're good. We're soldiering on.
All right.
See you, brother. Much love,
All right.
man.
Have a good
You
weekend.
too.
Yep, you the man.
Bye-bye.
Later. Bye.
Yeah, then we'll get into Major League Baseball and the MLB, the salary cap.
Sitting here looking at the college stats of one Marshawn Lynch and
Marshawn Lloyd,
and I don't know why he was drafted.
Save him. Well, but first, line 2. Good morning.
Kyrie Kumite!
Are you prepared for Kumite?
Have you ever heard of Kumite?
Every day, all day. It's a lifestyle.
Well, it sounds to me like you may have went swimming in some water that tested high for
E. coli. Or I got E. coli by osmosis from you talking about it yesterday.
We were setting that up yesterday, Vagabond John. All right, we're way ahead of you.
Yep. This is the long play, Eric. This is the long play.
Brought her along. Sometimes you got to throw something out and drag it for a while.
Yep.
See what happens.
Got the trolling motor going?
Got the trolling motor going, so we got that one. We snagged that one, didn't we? At your expense, Ebo. At your expense.
Kill me.
I got a little E. coli going on, too. I do.
Yeah.
But it's more centered around my lower nether regions. I haven't got it coming up the other end.
Oh. You sure
It's
that's E.
bad
coli?
when it's coming out the other side.
Oh, okay.
You got it coming up. When you got E. coli on the uptick, all right, that's when things are going not good, right?
Not great.
Right? It's a little bit like waking up after drinking way too much, right? You're laying there, you're opening one eye, and you're going, why did I do that?
Yeah. It felt so good at the time, though, you know?
But you didn't even get that. You didn't even get that. You didn't even get that. So, and you got Pizza Hut. That's another topic. But I just had a truck pass me, all right? A truckload of shingles. This guy's got a tire completely coming apart. He's on I-90 out here, guys. And he's slinging rubber chunks all over the place. And, but, you know, he's just hard charging it. He doesn't care.
He's just
gonna
going.
get those shingles there. You know, it's like he's bootlegging shingles because they're illegal to haul. He's got to get there. You know, it's like smoking a bandit or
He's
something.
eastbound and down?
Pull over.
Well,
he's eastbound and down. Wants to get the shingles unloaded.
Let me ask you this.
Truck. Yeah.
Let's say you get a flat tire. All right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to make it to your destination. You just got to get somewhere, right? Let's say you get a flat tire.
Oh.
Do you pull over immediately, or do you think about maybe I could make it, to there's a gas station a couple miles down the road, or my home's not too far. Do you keep? What do you do?
Well, I can tell you does do that. That would be Mrs. I-90. Yeah, she will drive that. She will drive it. Right? That's the person that will go on the flat tire. You know, I got a call from her one night, and it was 20 below zero, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And she pulled into Quick Trip to put some air on her tire because the signal was coming on the dash. And I was like, I got there, and the thing is shredded. It's shredded.
But she's got putting air into it.
I couldn't even do it. Yeah, well, so this guy knows that his tire's bad, though.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that much. The only way this guy doesn't know if it's my wife driving that truck and she took off from the house this morning and caught up with me. That's the only way that person doesn't know that tire is coming apart. The Coke truck is broke down out here, too. That guy's having a bad day. It's Friday. You know, he's the guy who's at the store with the big pallets of Coca-Cola products, right?
Yep.
They're rolling them in now. You see them, right?
Mm-hmm.
They come in, they get that Coke off. He's got, like, so many hours today. He's going camping. He's trying to get it done, and he's stuck out on the side of the road, and it is screwing up his whole weekend, all right? So somebody give that guy some help.
You gotta get to point A to point B, though. You got to get there.
I have to get there. I'm going. I went right past him. I don't care if his weekend's screwed up. Tough crap.
Mike in Porter says you need to stop immediately so you don't bend the rim. Yes, we're all aware of that. We're all aware of that, Mike. The question, though, is, do you, in your mind, everyone knows you have to stop so you don't bend your rim. That's common knowledge. That's why I brought up the question. Do you, in your mind's eye, though, think you can make it somewhere? Like, maybe I can just make it here. But
right. But you can't.
No. Eric?
I think I see the shingle blower right up there. Anyways, Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut, man. They're always tugging at our my generation's heartstrings, all right? They want you to get that experience back. That was a
great experience back in the day, Pizza Hut. You have to be pretty old to remember it. That was before Domino's. That was before, all these national chains, Papa John's. All right, that was fun. It was a lot of fun. Salad bar.
Yeah, I love the salad bar. Yeah.
And then, then like Happy Joe's. Remember Happy Joe's?
No.
You remember those?
No.
You don't?
No.
No.
There was a Happy Joe's. I think there's one down in your neck of the woods.
I remember Shakey's.
Shakey's, right? I worked at Happy Joe's. We called it Gay Jose's. And we used to have those little uniforms we'd deliver in with the bow tie. It was so sad.
Bow tie?
It was so sad.
Is it Happy Joe's Pizza and ice cream?
Yes. Absolutely. In fact,
seen this
the
before.
Culvers in Onalaska.
He looks like a wannabe Rocky
the Happy
Rococo.
Joe's. Rocky Rococo is always. They came in probably late 70s. That was some good stuff too. Yeah, really good. But this pizza's like crack cocaine for fat people, and it really is. And it is. If you're battling your weight and you like to eat bad food, pizza is the crack cocaine of that. And the market's flooded. That's why Pizza Hut did so good, because it was a special occasion, right? So that's really all.
It's the crack cocaine for fat people.
It really is. I'm fat. I love pizza. I love pizza. But it's so diluted. The market is so diluted. I'm going to tell Pizza Hut guys one thing right now. If you think you're bringing this back and you think that the environment is going to make up for bad pizza, I got news for you. You might as well go flush your money down the toilet, all right? You got to bring something good.
Eric, I'm going to end on the high note right there. You're a treasure.
Let's end it on a high note. Let's head for the higher deck. You're a cherry tree on a treasure, and
have a great week.
I can't say anymore. Have a great weekend. Hey, get that paint sprayer out. Get that paint sprayer out.
I will. See you, buddy.
Yep.
I've never heard of Happy Joe's. I Googled it, and it looks like the guy's he's like a wannabe Rocky Rococo kind of.
Hey, perfect.
Line 3, bring us home. Good morning.
How we doing?
I don't know anymore. I'm fantastic. How are you?
I don't even know if I'm on. No, that was, I'm laughing out loud at the crack cocaine, man. That is perfect.
Patrick, is that you?
That is correct,
Hey,
my
buddy.
man. You know it.
What's happening?
So I got, God dang it. Eric is funny, man. It is. All right, we won't touch on that too much, but it is 100% true, dude. Pizza's like crack, dude. So, all right. So I wanted to. I'll bring it back to sports. I do support Uribe's "Suck It" sign.
Yep.
That brings me back to I would say I don't know exactly when that came out. I always say earlier than I think, but I want to say 99. My brother and I, it first started, and it was crossing the line, and my mom got a call, and she just lost her mind at what we were doing. She's like, "What gesture are you doing? Show me." And so we showed her, and she just lost it. As far as, I think we were doing it on the bus. I think
dude.
That's
Oh, yeah, the bus is where everything went down, for sure.
Dude, the bus grew so many good, hardened people. It was wonderful.
The bus put some hair on your chest, man. I'm telling you that.
I do think Shawn Michaels takes the cake with the best Suck It.
Yeah.
But I always really liked Triple H's Suck It because he would lean his head over and his hair would fall over, and it was more. I appreciated Triple H's Suck It sign. So that's my first That's number one. I won't go on too long. And then number two, I honestly, and this is just a question for Eric. So Eric's a commercial driver, right? Eric on I-90, I take it? He's a CDL?
No. Believe it or not, no. He just enjoys his time on I-90.
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
I do believe, I don't know for if, I do believe he's in some kind, in like an engineer's world, like an engineer or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
God, dude, I thought forever he was like the commercial driver of the.
No, he
of
just
our
loves
state.
I-90. He just loves I-90.
No, well, we're up in the same neck of the woods here. I'm by Onalaska. I live within a mile of I-90. But anyways, Mike, I guess, and maybe someone could elaborate on this. My question to the CDL drivers of the world is like, you know, you've driven on the interstate, you see those tires that are basically someone blew a tire, and it's been some time, right?
Yeah.
My question is like, if you blow one tire, there's 17 left. Do you have to stop? I don't know.
I don't know either. I assume so. But...
I don't really. How often do you see a commercial semi with a jack there that's replacing a tire? I'm honestly asking.
We have now. I know we have a bunch of listeners like Big Rig Eric. He drives a big rig around, and listens every day. Yeah, that's a great question. If you blow one of your 18 tires, do you need to stop and change it immediately? It's a great question.
No, granted, I would think that if you blow both of them, like on one, I would think that's probably, you know, right? I don't know. That's just my theory. I just don't see a whole lot of semi drivers like out by their vehicle with their truck jacked up, switching a tire. You may see them broke down or whatever, but so that's my question for the day.
All right, love it.
And my last point, and I don't know who was on before Eric, but he gets it. You know,
Corey
I really
Marshall.
like the listeners that really keep it real on your show. It is called Over the Line, so I am going to kind of bring it home with a suggestion.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So my suggestion, guys, and you just please have an open mind. I want you, if you can, if you need a good movie to watch, and maybe you've seen it, but it's called Nefarious.
Oh.
Or Nefarious. Have you seen? Have you seen that? It's got Sean Patrick Flannery, and his acting is. I mean, personally, I think he deserves an Oscar for it. It's a religious-based movie, so they'll never give him one.
Yeah. Okay, I'll check it. I've heard of it. I'll go check it out though. I've heard of it.
You do have to pay attention to it. Obviously, his acting is unreal. But my thing is if you guys, and obviously as me, and I've kind of made this, you know, known, and I don't mean to preach, and I won't go on about it, but I'm a follower of Christ, and people say like. People are confused at, like, God, this world is really messed up. If you watch that movie, it really does bring a lot of, like, holy cow, like, kind of eye-opening, like, and again, guys, I'm not looking to preach. You know, love all you guys. I'm not telling people what they need to believe, but it's one of those things that explains a lot. If you can have an open mind and just kind of think about it, and so. I just wanted to.
You got it.
Start off with that.
Sounds good, Patrick. I'll check it out. My brother.
One last thing. I do think that Pat Murphy, yes, he has to be politically correct and diplomatic about his response to Uribe's Suck It, but I do believe deep down he loved it.
Love it. Patrick, you have a great weekend, brother. Great phone call.
All right, you guys. Stay free. Love you.
So yes, our guy Paul from DeSoto said, yes, you do have to change the tire if one blows. But then CDL Steve just texted in.
Oh.
CDL Steve says, no, you don't need to stop for a flat tire. You drive it back to the yard or shop.
Huh?
Well, I'm still confused.
I guess it depends on the type of car you're driving.
Well, one of 18, well, big rigger.
Oh, yeah, then no.
Do you keep going?
Dude, there's big rigs that blow tires on the interstate. They keep going. You don't see them.
Do you just keep on trucking?
That's what the extra wheels are for.
Now, what if you blow it on a motorcycle? You turn it into a unicycle and keep going? We'll think about that. We'll come right back. Phone calls hang on.
Arrows of neon and flashing marquees out on Main Street. Chicago, New York, Detroit, and it's all on the same street. It typical city involved in a typical daydream. Hang it up and see what tomorrow brings.
You want to make an omelet, you got to break some eggs.
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
I have not. All right, welcome back in. Good, we got a phone line's blowing up, so we got to condense it though, just because we got the long break still. Line 1. Good morning. Who do we got?
What's up, perverts?
Market Plunger. Hello.
How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. Can't complain.
Good.
Living the dream. Are people still mad about your eBay doing his little thing?
Yeah.
I thought it was class.
I thought it was amazing.
That was pure class.
I thought it was
No,
great.
yeah, I thought it was really funny.
Same. I want more
I'm
of
sure
it.
Murphy liked it. No, I just go around doing that occasionally. I'll be like on the street corner and just pump one off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was
car passing by. Just, yeah.
Well, Patrick on Alaska brought up a good point. Doing it on the bus, the school bus, that was peak. That was amazing.
I think I did that a few times.
Yeah, I think I got my ass kicked on the bus after doing it a few times. There was like a kid who was in high school that was like 10 years older than me. He had a rat tail. Probably lost his license. He was the loser. He just beat the living hell out of me one time. I think I threw the sucket at him. I remember getting my head bashed into the window a few times.
We need to take a moment of silence for rat tails, man. Those things were sweet.
If you had a rat tail, you were throwing up the sucket sign. There's no doubt about it.
The divine ponytail. That's great, man.
What else is going on, Market Plunger?
Nada. Now to getting food, and then I got to go plant my tomatoes.
Hey, well, we love you, brother. You go enjoy the weekend, all right?
Enjoy.
And see, we'll have to link up at Monk's one of these days too, all right?
Yeah.
Nice. See you, buddy.
I'm down.
See you, man.
Bye.
Suck it. Line 2, good morning.
Hey, Tim from McFarland. How you doing? I'm a truck driver.
Tim, hey, all right, Tim, hit us with it. You got 18 tires. You got 18 wheels. One blows. What do you do?
Yeah, man, you got to pull over because those shreds could take out a window, if you got somebody behind you. And it will screw up your trailer or your load if you got a flatbed.
So just because he had 17 more doesn't mean he can keep going.
You got to pull over and state trooper catch you. You're driving down with a tire. You get
laws. All right, Tim, laws.
You know what? I thought Eric at I-90 was a truck driver too, but I hate I-90, and he's on it all the time. But that dude could sell. I thought he was either a truck driver or a cheese salesman, but because that dude could sell mud to a pig.
He's funny, isn't he? I don't remember exactly what his job is. I think it's in the engineering world, but I can't quite remember.
He's all over the place, but he's on I-90 a lot, and I hate that freaking road. So,
Tim, you gotta.
I would change my name if I was him.
So pull over and change the tires. What you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
you gotta, because then it'll definitely take out a window or kill a motorcycle driver.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that. Tim, you have a great weekend, brother. We love you.
You do the same, boys. Have a good one.
All right, that answers that. Thank you. Line 3, bring us home.
I concur. I concur. You have to pull over and change that thing. You do. I'm telling you. You ride alongside that for a while, and you think if you should pull it over, change it.
Now, Eric, just for full disclosure here, you are not a truck driver, correct?
I'm not a truck driver. No, I'm not.
Do you
I'd like to be one.
Do you have a
I should be
CDL?
one.
Do you have a CDL?
I do not have a CDL. No, I do not. I do not have a CDL. And it's a trick question on the tire, all right? Because it depends on who you're driving for, all right? If you drive for a well-known national trucking outfit or probably like Quick Trip, it doesn't matter if you're 10 feet from that exit. You're supposed to pull over. And I got this directly from a driver. Insurance.
Okay. Got to pull your ass over. Oh, I think
Big rig.
Big rig
Said, shut your mouth.
Yeah, you just got
know your role.
Well, thank you for the answer, Tim. Thank you, Tim.
Stay in your lane.
So you got to pull that. You got to pull over, man. But in the back of your mind, like, man, I got 17 more of these though. Like, can't I just? All right, we got to hit a break. We'll be right back.
Don't any of you have the guts to play for blood?
This is Over the Line.
Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Happy Friday. Welcome back in. We got Mike from Joey's Song coming up 8 o'clock. AmFam Championship next week. Excited for that. I'm going to be out there on Friday the 5th. You going to be out there, RJ? You going out to AmFam?
No.
No?
I'm actually going to be out of town.
Oh, I gotta soak it in for TPC Wisconsin. I'm a North Sider. Madison's beautiful North Side.
Yeah.
So when it's out there, I like to walk around, you know, maybe get a drink or two. We got some Wisconsin football tickets to give away, so I'll be if you're around.
All right.
AmFam Championship at TPC.
You going to find Mrs. Wisconsin again?
She found me last time.
Well, I know that, but
and then I ran into Mrs. Wisconsin, not Miss Wisconsin, Mrs. Wisconsin, and then all of a sudden we were doing interviews together. We were doing this, doing that. She got me an all-access bracelet. I did not get it. I got denied of seeing Jordan Love though. I had the all-access bracelet.
Yeah.
But I had my media credentials still on.
Oh.
And he wasn't taking any it was just for sponsors, people that had spent money for AmFam Championship. And I
should have been you.
Well, I forgot if I just would have tucked the media. They're like, "Oh, you have the all access, but why do you have a media pass on? Who are you with?" And I'm like, "Hey." So I was not able to. I got bounced out of seeing Jordan. I got bounced out of seeing Jordan Love.
You should have been like, "Well,
I found this
along with this. I just found this on the ground."
Like, well, why is there a drink in your hand? Because you're not supposed to. They say when you have a media pass that you're not supposed to be drinking. Well, but I always say rules are meant to be broken. You know,
who's really going to stop us?
Who's policing me from enjoying Madison's beautiful north side, my neighborhood, my area, and a couple libations out on a beautiful golf course? Okay.
I found both of these on the ground.
Listen, one of these I sweet talked my way into it. The other I was given to from Mrs. Wisconsin. I don't know what you want from me.
Guess which one?
I didn't sweet talk me into media credential. I just applied and I got them. But the all access pass, thank you, Mrs. Wisconsin. I got everywhere except seeing Jordan Love.
Yeah.
It also got me
So
into the
close.
cabana. Because there's a cabana.
Oh,
Of the company Cabanas.
Yeah.
That you need there's a different kind of wristband that
But
you're
you
supposed
have
to
the
get
all
to.
access.
Well, so there was this lady. She kind of was like she had like the build of Shrek, kind of.
Oh, okay.
But like the personality of a bulldog.
Obviously.
And she was not letting anyone into the cabanas.
No.
If you didn't have the proper wristband. And I had this. I was told it's all access. So I walk up to this lady, and she is boxing me out hard. And this is after I already been bounced out of seeing Jordan Love.
Got the hand in the face for the defense.
And I put on the charm, baby. I laid the charm on. And you know, when Shrek turns back into like, I think the human form, you know, like the magic.
Oh yeah.
My Shrek lady, she turned right into a beautiful Fiona, or whatever her name was. And she all of a sudden was smitten. She was like, "You're such a sweetheart."
Oh,
and
get
I'm
on
like,
in there.
you see that cabana right there that says Midwest Family? I'm like, I'm supposed to be in that cabana. What I was really doing was trying to find a beer for Zach Heilprin and I, because I don't want to buy anymore. I just want to get him for free. So I'm like, "So you see this?" I showed her my media pass. I showed her my all access, and she goes, she wouldn't let Zach in.
Well, he only had the media pass.
Yeah, she would not let Zach in. And Zach was pissed because he's like, "Well, I work for them too." And I'm like, "Zach, just hang on."
And she's like, "Prove it, honey."
So I sweet talked a bit, and she goes, "All right, you get your little butt in there."
It's like
I'm
that,
like, "Okay."
It's like that meme where it's like the one dude's sweet talking. She's like, "Oh shucks," and the other guy comes in. And she's like, "Oh my god."
So I got in there, and then that's when I got the bar. That's when I got the. I was just in there to grab a couple beers and then leave and follow around John Daly.
Yeah.
So I'm getting these beers, and this bartender, she was there, and she's like, "Hey, what do you want?" I'm like, "I'll take a couple of your finest, coldest Coors Lights, please."
Yeah.
And then as she's reaching down to grab them, I saw her Apple Watch ding.
Yeah.
And so she's literally like reaching into the cooler with her, then looks at her Apple Watch. She looks at her Apple Watch, and tears immediately start welling up in her eyes. And then she looks at me, and she starts crying. And I go, "Are you okay?" And she goes, I just found out my family dog died."
Oh, no.
And I go, "Oh, no, I'm so sorry." And then her watch dings again.
Oh, no.
And she goes, "My mom just said we had to put it down."
Jeez.
And I go, and I'm like, "I'm really sorry to hear that. Like, that stinks." And then she starts crying. And then I'm crying laughing right now. And then she goes, "Would you like a koozie?"
Would you like a koozie?
And I go, "Could I have two?"
There are two beers
And
there.
she goes, "Yeah." So I said, "I'm really sorry to hear about your dog, but thank you for the beer." And then I left the cabana.
Yeah.
That was, and I left.
And
That
I
was,
peaced out.
and I continued to have a blast at AmFam Championship, TPC, Wisconsin.
Maybe
and I'm
she'll be
excited.
back there, and you'll be able to see.
I'm excited to
see
do
her
it again.
And ask how she's doing.
I'm excited to do it again next Friday, and hopefully no dogs were harmed.
No dogs were harmed during this year's campaign.
At TPC, Wisconsin. All right, we got news of the weird coming up. I hope she is okay. I did feel sorry for her. I just also was really hot. I wanted a beer too.
Yeah, hey.
With a koozie. And another beer and a koozie for Zach Heilprin, our sports director. We'll take a break. Be right back.
Why don't you talk into the microphone? I got a backup mic right here.
This is Over the Line.
Check 1, 2. Testing, testing. Yeah, they both working, and guess what? They don't like no feedback. What's up?
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Welcome back in. We got Mike from Joey Song coming up here for scoreboards and set lists. RJ, news of the weird. Did we want to do Texas and Texas Tech?
Yeah, I mean, that's just a rich guy trying to buy out 2 schools to play so he can play Texas because Steve Sarkisian said Texas, well, didn't name Texas Tech, but said a team in our state played an easy schedule to get into the college football playoff. So it seems like just pettiness.
Someone just wanted to buy money to buy out a game so they could Texas Tech could play Texas.
2 games.
2 games, excuse me. Yeah. How about this for news of the weird? Nicolas Cage.
Oh.
Nicolas Cage reveals that he has illegally changed his name to Nicolas Cage.
Oh, yeah, because he's actually...
he's Nicholas Kim Coppola. Revealed that he legally changed his name last year, and now officially goes by Nicolas Cage in both his personal life and career because he did not want to be the quote clown cousin of Hollywood royalty.
Yeah, that's right. I was trying to remember who his cousins or but because I knew it was a famous name and he's technically a nepo actor, but. Oh, hey, there you go.
I'm going to change my name. It says, quote, I am Nick Cage. I changed my name illegally last year. I'm Nick Cage in life, and I'm Nick Cage on camera.
There you go.
Tis better to be, and he said tis better to be the patriarch of my own little family than the clown cousin on the margins of someone else's. So I decided I'm going to bring it on and be Cage.
Just Cage?
Nick Cage.
Okay, this sounds like the movie of the immense weight of whatever talent.
Yeah.
Well, which actually was a pretty good movie.
Next, you're gonna
the
tell
unbearable weight of massive talent.
Next, you're gonna tell me he took his face off.
Probably did.
Dude, Con Air, incredible. I rewatched Face Off for the first time in a long time. A couple months or 2 ago.
Has it aged well?
You gotta lose yourself a little bit, you know. I remember as a kid being like, "This is the coolest movie ever," and I still kind of feel like that. But I will say, Con Air. That's the flick, dude. Con Air rules. I'm trying to think of the other ones that are up there for now. Nick Cage, Wicker Man stunk. Snake Eyes is pretty good. What's the one where he goes to Leaving Las Vegas? where he goes to
he's the author and he goes to like drink himself to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with that, though, Spider, that's a good one. Spider Noir is out now. And so Nick Cage is like an old school Spider-Man.
Yeah, from the 1930s.
Yeah. I want to check that out.
Yeah, I've heard it's good.
And one of these days, I think he will get to be able to steal RJ, the Declaration of Independence, if he finds enough clues. So there you go. Nick Cage has officially changed his name to Nick Cage. He didn't want to be the clown cousin. Did anyone... Whatever.
He's a treasure and a treat.
He is a treasure. So are you, RJ. We love you.
And you are.
We got Mike from Joey Sanka. Scoreboard and the set list on the way. We'll be right back.
Home in the valley, home in the city. Home isn't pretty, ain't no home for me. Home in the darkness, home on the highway.
This is a Wisconsin Sports Zone update.
Well, the Brewers are in Houston tonight. It's where they'll open up a series against the Astros. They'll do so coming off a sweep against the Cardinals, helping them to a 4-game lead in the NL Central over the Cubs. Manager Pat Murphy talks on the season so far.
Games are going to be like this. Games are going to be close. The game is hard. Hitting is hard. Stringing together hits with the defense that's out there and the type of pitching that's out there, it's hard. So you have to do, I think you have to do little things.
Again, it will be Milwaukee and Houston tonight. First pitch at 7:10. Turning to the Packers, they're closing out their first week of OTAs, though the focus remains on running back Josh Jacobs' legal situation. The Brown County District Attorney's Office are still trying to determine whether they'll file former charges against Jacobs in relation to an incident last Saturday. Jacobs was released from jail on Wednesday, and his attorneys say he denies the accusations. As for Wisconsin, they now have 3 more start time for games this fall. It includes the home opener against Western Illinois at 6:15 and the season finale against Minnesota on Black Friday, with kick coming at 6:30.
For nearly 40 years, ABC Wisconsin Apprenticeship has been helping men and women transform themselves into highly skilled trade professionals. These skills are in demand and provide strong wages and benefits for a bright future. If you're a hands-on person who likes the feeling when you get projects done, apprenticeship could be for you. Go to buildyourcareerwi.org or just search online for ABC of Wisconsin.
The NBA draft continues to loom for the Bucks and what to do with Giannis Antetokounmpo. The team is reportedly open to trading him, and offers have been made. Bucks co-owner Jimmy Haslam, he told reporters earlier this month that they would like to have this situation figured out before the draft gets underway on June 23rd. For the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network, I'm Ebo.
Play it safe? Nah.
You gotta fight for your right.
We don't abide by your rules. Sometimes it's okay to get unruly. This is Over the Line from the Alpine Liquor Studio. Alpine Liquors, Dane County's largest independently owned liquor store, proudly serving DeForest and beyond.
All right, welcome back in. We're having a lot of fun today on this It Fridays. We got Mike from Joey's Song in. Real quick before we get to the scoreboards and set list.
Yeah.
We were talking a little The Rock, great Nick Cage movie.
Yep.
And I did not know about this. You said what now about Nick Cage?
So Nick Cage has already built his tomb. It's in a cemetery down in New Orleans. It's a big white pyramid.
Oh yeah, there it is.
And he's already I don't know what's inside. Maybe it's like the pyramid in Giza. We don't know exactly what's inside other than him someday.
Oh, dude.
But
look at that thing.
Yeah, you can and it's been there for a long time. It's not like he just did this when he changed his name or whatever he's going through now. But yeah, you can go visit Nick
You can take a
Cage's-
picture next to his tomb.
Maybe with him if he's down there someday. And I don't know.
We don't even know if the Great Pyramid or the pyramids were actually tombs themselves. No one's
Right.
ever found in it.
That's right.
There's no names on it.
Right.
I just read a very interesting book that it could be a power factory. So
There's all that kind of crazy
Yeah.
stuff too. Yeah.
All right. Ready for the pregnant pause?
Here we go. Take a deep breath.
Scoreboards and set lists. Ebo here, Mike from Joey's Song.
Ebo.
What's going on, man? How we been?
It's a great Friday today.
It is a great Friday. Every day's a good day.
Yeah.
But it's something's in the air today. Maybe it's because I get to know. I get to talk with you.
Well, sure. I talked to my wife about how special that is.
Yeah, you can talk to mine about me being special, all right? So, Mike, what I love to do, always raising awareness for fighting against epilepsy here in Joey's Song and what it is that you do and near and dear to your heart, our heart here, but also for scoreboards and set lists, the scoreboard side of things. We talk our sports. Brewers in first place.
Yep.
And 4 games above the Cubs currently. And that could change.
Yep.
Let me ask you this really quick. And it's something we like, and what we don't talk about these kind of like political songs and getting out there. But I thought maybe not political, but more of a statement. Now, the enemy of my enemy could be my friend sometimes.
Absolutely, especially in sports.
How do you feel about the St. Louis Cardinals?
Oh, they are the Cubs' hated rival is the St. Louis Cardinals. You've got all these menage a trois or whatever it is. Brewers hate the Cubs hate the Cardinals kind of stuff. But despise them, especially because of the Cardinal way.
They think they're holier than thou,
Yeah,
man. That they are the purveyors of it all.
Yes, and they play the right way and all. Yeah, no, that's the stuff and the best fans in baseball, they always get it right. That's the stuff. I don't necessarily despise the players. It's always the fan base that you dislike more than the players. So no, not they can't lose enough and by enough runs for me.
So my question for you is, this has been a topic since it happened earlier this week. So Abner Uribe is a relief pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers, and Brewers are up 6-0. Abner Uribe goes up and he 1, 2, 3 gets him out, and then he had thought, apparently through all of this, that they were talking about Beam and Christian Yelich, and there was this and that. Abner Uribe. Now, when in the late '90s, middle school, there was a sensation happening from a wrestling group called the Generation X.
Oh yeah.
And they'd throw up the "suck it" sign.
Yep.
So Abner Uribe strikes it out, and he's on the mound, and he does a little pump, and then he looks over and he throws the "suck it" sign, not once, not twice, but thrice, to the Cardinals dugout. And this has been a huge to-do about it all, like the rules of the game and this and that.
Rules and
I personally loved it. It brought me back to middle school and high school. I thought maybe it should come back. I love the gesture. But that's the millennial in me, though, as the boomer in you.
Yeah.
How do we feel about Abner Uribe telling the Cardinals that?
Well, again, you have to consider the context. I have no problem with anybody ever doing that. It's funny. So my son is 24, and we watch a lot of sports together. And I go back and forth. I have my boomer moments, and I have my non-boomer. There are some times when it's like, oh, just pretend you've been there before, right? And there are other times when I like it, like watching the NBA last night. The talking back. I like that it's hot and they're talking to each other. So I go back and forth. But with the context of it, as you said, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Yeah. I'm just fine. With it. And I think in general that sports, and particularly baseball, has more unwritten rules than any sport multiple times, right? You can't bunt with a no-hitter and all
I like the unwritten rules, too, though, because I like them when they're broken because then it brings up a conversation. Yeah. And then people get really passionate in their beliefs of how they feel about said unwritten or written rules.
Well, and then they can also find the hypocrisy of I like it when it favors me and I dislike it when it's going against me. But I think baseball in today's world, in order to survive, needs to take some of those unwritten rules and put them in the bullpen.
Yeah. Now, with that, that's a statement being made by Abner Uribe. Yep. And that was the scoreboard side. For the set list side of things, what I love about you is you're always thinking every week, like, hey, let's talk about this. What's the statement that be made here maybe throughout the years of the set list side of things here?
Meaning... I'm not sure where you're going with
that.
With
your idea today.
Oh, in general, sure. So I
that's where I was going.
I thought I needed to tie that together. As you can see, folks, this is a very well-rehearsed program we've got here. So one of the things in today's, shall we say, tense climate is a lot of statements are being made in the artistic community as well about what's going on in the world. And I just thought about that. And I thought, there's a difference between when you were growing up, a lot of the statements came from the rap community. That's where things were politicized, right? And in an environment where they can articulate what they're mad at. I'm thinking NWA and Eminem and a lot of these people that wrote really substantial songs. My day, it was more of the pop song, verse, chorus, verse, get out, but there were some amazing ones, right? For What It's Worth by Buffalo Springfield. We were talking about Fortunate Son by CCR before we came on. And those were all songs that had something behind them besides the song. And today you get a lot of that, shut up and play, either for a sports guy or a musician,
Yeah.
right? We talked about Springsteen is getting a lot. First of all, anybody that is stunned that Springsteen is a lefty just hasn't been paying attention, right? And you get a lot. I really liked his music and then you know that when they were listening to Born in the USA, they were just singing with the chorus and were listening to the lyrics,
Yes.
right? And I just wondered the perspective of you grew up in those protest songs back in the early 70s were kind of a newer thing for the public consciousness, whereas they were more ingrained for you guys. I mean, the rap songs were like that was it.
Yeah, for me, I guess it was when you're young, you're not fully aware of what happens in the world with different groups and and people and places
And what injustice really is.
You don't really understand until you because when you're young, you're just kind of in your little bubble, your little world, and you're not. It could be different now. It's definitely different now with internet and social media and all that. But for me, I'm from a town of 4,000 people, Dodgeville, Wisconsin.
Right.
And then you're hearing like NWA, for example, or you're like, I don't understand.
What is Compton?
I don't. Yeah, I don't understand what it. I like it, but I don't get it.
That's right.
And then Eminem comes along, and maybe as someone for me, it's like you identify a little more just because appearances. You're like
races.
Yeah,
Races
and
are
also
thing.
a guy from Michigan and Detroit, and you're like, oh, what's this guy has to say? And then you get a little, and that was my coming of age kind of. And then there's for me, it's Marilyn Manson too,
Yep.
and everyone politically wanted to blame Marilyn Manson for certain reasons, and that was Columbine as well.
Yeah,
then you wanted to blame Eminem for the reason why people act, and that's where you say like, will the real some shady please stand up and all these things, and you're like, okay, is it the artist's fault that someone has chosen to do something, or is it society? Is it societal?
But see,
someone else?
that goes back to Manson and the Beatles, right? Helter Skelter.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So I mean, it's been a forever thing. There's nothing new in music. There's nothing new in society. And the bigger question is, does the music reflect society, or society reflecting the music, right?
Mhm.
And I have a hard time believing that music is anything different, any other messaging that goes on, that some crank in his or her basement is going to be even more.
Yeah.
If it hadn't been playing Led Zeppelin backwards, it would have been something else that would have set the Columbine kid off.
Yeah, or some kind of like satanic message or hear whatever you wanted to hear.
Yeah. So I don't think you can see the thing that we all love about music, I believe, is that it expresses emotions and feelings, and to take some category out of it for an artist, I think you're limiting them, and you're robbing people of the chance to get that as well. I said we were talking about Springsteen, and that's important to be able to say. He did the thing now about Minneapolis, and we were talking about 41 shots and all that other stuff. You don't have to agree with it, I don't get mad that of some of those right-wing country stuff out there. I'm a lefty. I know that's a shock to everybody. I should have probably had everybody sit down. I don't get mad at it. It's just when it's on.
Right.
That's why there's the forward button or the off button. It doesn't make me mad, or I don't think they're awful people for doing it, and vice versa. So I just think it's important.
For me, I remember I was 2001, obviously, 9/11, and then you get into the Iraq War. And then Rage Against the Machine is a band that I really, really loved and still do growing up. In Rage Against the Machine, you're listening to the lyrics, you're listening to the message, you're seeing their music videos were out. You're performing at Wall Street from one of their music videos, Sleeping on the Fire. And, there's the Battle for Los Angeles is a hell of an album. And then you're tying it into what they're saying of what's going on, especially with war. And you see some of your friends that or maybe your older brothers or siblings that are going off to war, and you start thinking and wondering about things, and you hear about weapons of mass destruction. They don't actually exist, and then there's this and that, and you're like, well, why do I have family members going overseas and either God forbid dying or for something that was a lie, and you're like. And the music drives you there to it too, to be like, because I think music definitely mirrors what's happening in society, and it's a political piece, and it should be it helps get a message out there to be like, hey, this isn't right.
Well, and it gets back to the people that don't want to have society be anything other than appear to be a benevolent something or other, right? It's like when it's reflecting something back that you don't like is when people kind of freak out. But again, what's new is old again, or whatever the phrase is on that, because that's what the Vietnam War was about. And that was when there was the draft, and you had people that had no choice.
Yeah.
And, it was the same thing. You can, if you read and I don't want to turn this into a TED Talk on American history, but, LBJ and the war and all that other stuff, people can argue that was for no reason as well.
Oh, I'm very anti-war.
Yeah. And that you had no choice. Your number came up in the draft, and you were gone, and people were dying. So I always have a problem with people that don't want the warts and all to be shown on whatever it is, right? Everything's got to be. You can't let people see that's how you grow as a person. I think that's how you grow as a country, is exposing and saying, yeah, we got this one a little bit wrong, and music reflects that in a much more digestible way, I think, for people, rather than sitting down and watching a 59-minute Frontline expose on PBS, about it. So I think it's great, and I think the other part of it that really works, and that this is the other part I wanted to talk to you about with your generation, is it gives a voice to the underrepresented, too, which is, representation matters no matter what anybody says, right? And can you imagine how inspiring that music coming out from, again, the West Coast and then the East Coast rappers as well, about the flaws in society, how inspiring that was if you lived in that community, to say somebody is saying what needs to be said, and it's blasting out on the airways. There's hope.
Yeah, that's great representation. And my question now is, you look at and the sports stage is good for that too.
Yeah,
like
shut up and play goes both ways for a lot of people.
But right now, we always talk about music right now, and you maybe don't quite jive to it.
It's not your thing musically.
What right now timeline are we in? Is it a reflection of society, or is it just everything so? What is music now with what is happening and going on in the world?
I think it's a tough time because of the polarization, right?
Yeah.
We are back in the old days, politics used to feel like a continuum. You were somewhere along, well, I'm a fiscal conservative, but I'm a social liberal, or whatever. You had Goldwater Republicans and all this other stuff. I think now we quickly throw people into those camps, and it goes on in sports. It goes on. On my beloved Chicago Cubs, Matt Shaw was at the Charlie Kirk Memorial. And for those of us, it was like, but that's okay that he was at the Charlie Kirk Memorial.
Yeah, that doesn't make him a bad person.
And that's exactly what it is. Caitlin Clark, I guess my wife saw it, went up. Morgan Wallen, this kind of controversial country dude. She came out. He always brings a local celebrity.
Yeah, came out with his intro.
And at first you kind of want to go, no, everybody should think what I think. But it's like, no, it's not. But we're so quick because of one thing to throw people. We've got to divide everybody into the two camps.
Which is awful to do.
And that's terrible. And that's what I think, to answer your question, that's where we're at.
Yeah.
And the sooner we get out of that, I think.
And then you wonder, will it happen? Will you get out of it?
It feels like it won't. These days, it sure feels like it won't.
I would say, though, that sporting events, and we talked about this before, and concerts, it's a great bringer together of all walks of life. And even, like Morgan Wallen, for example, he was just at Camp Randall.
Yeah.
There were some people that were not happy with him being there. I would say, though, if you were to, and I'm not really a country, that's not my kind of music.
Yeah, me either.
But I would go to the show. I would go check it out, because you would have a good time. You would meet people and talk with people, and you'd share a moment together of people that maybe didn't think alike in certain things, but you're there sharing a moment. You're like, oh, you're not bad.
You're not awful.
Yeah. Like I could have a drink with you.
And it's actually important for that to happen.
Yeah, it totally is.
Right on the same page.
Let's take a little thought-provoking, Mike. You always got the thought-provoking ones.
I'm telling you, dude.
And here for Buffalo Springfield, or maybe even CCR, when I was a kid, of all of the, like Apocalypse Now or all of the war films, I could have sworn that these bands were in Vietnam.
Yeah.
If you were to ask me, I could have sworn that these guys served in Vietnam.
Yeah, I got a story about this song when we come back.
Okay, sounds good. But they didn't. They weren't.
No. Oh God, no. No, they were in the valley in California smoking weed.
Taking a bunch of acid. Like I could have sworn these guys were.
No, not one of them.
All right, we'll take a little break. Scoreboards and stat lists. One more segment coming up. Stick around.
There's battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. young people speaking their minds are getting so much resistance from behind. Every time we stop, hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street, singing songs and a carrying signs. Mostly say hooray for our side.
You've got to kick him off the tour. He's not breaking any rules.
This is Over the Line.
It's a disgrace to the game.
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Scoreboards and set lists.
This is the stuff.
This is it, man.
Yep.
I always love jamming some Doors.
Oh, God.
It's always fun. Too bad this is that 27 Club, man.
Oh, I know. We could do about a 3-parter on that one.
Hey, you said you had an interesting story about Buffalo Springfield.
So that song, For What It's Worth. So first of all, the reason, before I get into the story, the reason why that is a great song that holds up is it's very generic. People assume it's about the Vietnam War. It's not about the Vietnam War. It's about a protest that was going on in L.A. that Stephen Still saw. Because he doesn't mention a time or a place, you can still listen to it now and go, oh, yeah, I can. Yeah. But anyway, he didn't like the song after, so it's called For What It's Worth. Is the name of the song. Those words do not appear in the song anywhere, right? There's never a lyric where he says it. The reason it's called For What It's Worth is Stills didn't like the song. He was in with, I don't know if it was Clive Davis or whoever was the label master at the time, and they were looking at what they were going to release, and they didn't have enough songs. And he goes, I got this other one. You can listen to it for what it's worth. Never left it after that. They liked it. They put it on. And when the record came out, it said for what, and Still said, why did you call it that? He goes, well, you named, literally.
That's what you said.
It was a throwaway song, and you made it sound like, here it is for what it's worth. And so that's why For What It's Worth, which has nothing to do with the song or isn't listed anywhere. And I just think that's the serendipity. You know, we're talking about how kind of crazy those days where you can see Stills walking and going, and 2 months later, his record comes out, and it's one of his biggest hits.
I wonder what it was like. You know, we're talking about music and sports and whatever being a message for something, and as opposed to just being like, my parents are stupid.
Right.
I wonder what it was like being in Laurel Canyon when you had all of that happening. While the war is, upstarting and going on, and then you have all these people that want to make a difference, yet you have all... I just would love to know what it was like. And flooded with everything down there.
Those people had to feel so lucky they were born in that time, because it's Summer of Love going on, and you got the hippie stuff going, and you got drugs, and then you've got all of this high intensity political stuff going on. It had to mirror a little bit of the intensity a lot of us feel right now with what's going on. A lot of different circumstances, but you add into that music community, right? The community of creative people, and they all are in Laurel Canyon. They're all living, 2 houses down from each other. Stills lives next to Crosby, and Crosby lives next to Dennis
You
Wilson.
got Zap up the street.
That's a...
Can't do any drugs at his house, though.
No, not at all.
You're kicked out.
No, real quick. I think it would have been a pretty marvelous time.
Which crazy. No internet, no...
Nothing.
He had some magazines and radio play.
That's it, man. It took 2 weeks to find out something bad had happened instead of 2.5
And everyone
minutes.
get behind a message, in the song and the stands. And now I think, does more access to everything give you more division?
Yeah.
Or there's just more, I don't even know how to word that.
No, I think what it does is it allows for more, and this is going to sound like it's a good thing, but it's not, diversity in message, meaning misinformation, and people can
there's a lot of we were talking about Josh Jacobs, for example. He just got released from jail. Charges still could be stemming, but you have people out there who want to be so quick to tell you what they think of it,
right?
And there's not a lot of information, hardly any information out, but they're telling you what to think with misinformation, and all because they want to sell clicks online.
And there's still some perceived value in being first.
Exactly.
And that's part of it too, right? The first click is the one that gets the most virality. I don't know. Again, making up words.
I do that every day. So
making up words on the show. And that's part of it. And that gets into that when you want to be, you'd rather be first than right.
Right.
Yeah, right.
And then if you're wrong, as long as you're first, you don't really have to make much of you can make a correction, but it's compared to what the amount of traction you got to be first is now you being wrong, and you correcting yourself is minuscule to what you got to begin with.
And you can always fall back on hey, it was the information I had at the time. I felt it was my.
But there was no information.
Right. But see, that's the other part of it is we confuse opinion with fact too, and I think we all know where that blame comes from. And so when it's okay to just say, well, that's what I thought, or of course the old caveat, people are saying, or all these other things that are like qualifiers to it.
Yeah.
So I do think that you mentioned having all of this information out here, how does it affect the consciousness, taking it back to the 70s when you didn't have that? I think it causes people to not necessarily fact check and just kind of go with it, especially if whatever you're reading fits your narrative. Then it's real. It's real.
I think the future, and that's we're getting so off of where we started.
That's okay, man. That's the beauty of it.
I think the future, the danger is it's not lack of information; it's too much of, and that when I say information, like misinformation
and the processing thereof,
just too much, and you become just smacked in the face with so much stuff that you can't tell what's real and what's not real anymore.
Well, and the other part of it is you can.
Does it make sense?
Yes, it does actually. Now you can curate your sources of information. Right back in the day, you had Walter Cronkite and Dan Rather, whoever it was, and everybody at 6 o'clock saw the same set of news.
Yeah.
Now you can literally say, I watch and consume the news 24 hours a day and never hear an opinion that's contrary to what you believe or your worldview, right?
Yeah.
You can, on all sides of it.
Yeah.
And so that you can feel like you're informed and you're not, because we can do it with music, right? You can, in the old days, the reason why there was the diversity in music was everybody listened to the top 40 stations. So you heard the dance tune next to the metal tune next to the pop song. And so you got that. And now you can, if you just, here at Wonderful Midwest Family, right? You can listen to JJO and never have to hear the Carpenters if you don't want to, right? And all of those other things. And that there's benefit to that, but there's also, it creates an echo chamber, both musically and politically, that I don't think is particularly good.
Every day, there's more and more meaningless information pumped into your brain
for those clicks.
That I think it slows down potential social progress and human evolution. We're getting very philosophical.
It is this.
We've only just begun.
I know it's coming here. Believe me, I know it's coming. Yes. So our Sunday morning program, Philosophy and Life with Ebo and Mike. Are we going to get that put in?
We'll move this to Illinois so we can have some legal things there at the studio, so that we can really get deep.
Boy, can you imagine if the atom on my finger is a universe, right? What was that from Animal House? Well, going back to the beginning of all this. I think the protest song is critical, just like people believe that the blue blood patriotic songs are important. I think it's all important because we need to be able to express ourselves, and I think it's great, and I think we need more of it.
Mike, I love your thought-provoking topics. It's always good.
So next week it'll be abortion and the existence of God.
Remember in school, I don't know if this happened for you, it was like, all right, you got to debate something, but here's the ones you can't debate.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean you can't debate these?
So the debate would be tater tots in the lunchroom.
All right, green bean casserole, yay or nay coming up.
Mushroom soup or onions on top.
All right, Mike, before we do get out of here, man, if people at Joey's song, remind everyone, with the concert coming up and all of that for you.
Yep, so the best way to keep in touch, and Ebo and I I was giving him a sneak preview. We got some fun announcements possibly coming up. We bring in rock stars, rock and roll Hall of Famers, and Grammy winners to Madison every January to raise money to stop kids from futures being stolen, lives being lost to epilepsy. Follow us on the socials at Joey's Song on all of them. Remember to put the 2 S's in there, Joey's Song, and then the website is joeysong.org, and you'll be in touch.
Mike, much love, brother. Always a pleasure.
Every week.
Happy Friday, man. I'm glad. I don't know what it was. I think I had some bad food poisoning. I fought through. I'm like, I can't let Mike down. No. I'm like, we're staying in here.
You were afraid that RJ and I were going to Lou Gehrig and Wally Pipp you, and we'd do the show, and then you'd never get back into the starting line.
Well, there's some starting pitchers that when they get up on the mound, they throw up. I was like a starting pitcher this morning. I was up on the mound. I told RJ, give me a second. Yeah. Came back. New man. Yeah. Feel like I'm pitching a no-hitter now.
And we've already got into the too much information category.
Mike, have a great weekend, man. Scoreboards and set lists. We'll be right back.
Hide from the sun, make a trip. I'm out of fun. I cut you in. Oh, let's go for a ball. I cut you in. You ain't leaving at all. I cut you in. Let it go to your head. I cut you in. Part-time plan.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious.
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 5 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 4 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Always a good time with Mike from Joey's song of my scoreboards and set lists. All right, 608-321-1670. Major League Baseball, CBA, some proposals, a salary cap? We'll have to get into that a little bit. Marshawn Lloyd not at sitting out for OTAs the second day. Apparently he's never heard Eminem's Lose Yourself. You only have one shot, one opportunity. You better take this chance. Brewers back at it tonight after having yesterday off. Let's get the phones, though. Line 1, good morning. Who do we got?
Oh, man.
man, scoreboards and set lists, man, that always fires me up on a Friday. I should have been writing down all my notes that I was thinking of, but I'm driving, so that would probably be bad. As I'm waving to you as I drive past Midwest family.
I'm waving back. I'm waving right now.
Beautiful, Friday morning.
It is.
I think the biggest piece of technology that's the downfall of humanity, Evo, is the earbuds and the AirPods. I mean, it really, at least back in the day, when people had the headphones on, you knew they didn't want to be talked to, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now, let's say you see a beautiful girl like on a park bench, and she's just sitting there, and you're like, whoa, I should go sit down and talk to her. And then as you walk by, you notice the earbuds in, so she wouldn't have heard what you said anyway, like your first one-liner.
What would be your one? Okay, I'm curious. You see a beautiful lass sitting on a park bench somewhere. What would be your opening line?
Oh man, I'm not smooth like Z and the D. I don't know. I usually walk by once, and then if she's still there the second time, I'll
walk by again.
Come up with, I just say, hey, how you doing? Like Joey Tribbiani,
how you doing? How you doing?
Or you act foolish. You're like, I hate to interrupt your time of peace here on this bench, but I was hoping I could talk to you for a second.
When I see the people with the AirPods in or whatever at the grocery store, like, dude, no, like, what are we doing? You don't need to. Here's even more confusing: the person that just wears one of them. What do you do then? Do they want to talk or not? I have no idea.
Yeah, I can't do that. And then the people who are wearing them while they're driving, you can't hear me beeping at you or yelling obscenities after you cut me off. I don't know. It's gonna bother me. But hey, the Cubs are on a 2-game winning streak. You said Marshawn Lloyd was a no-show at camp?
No. He was out for an undisclosed reason.
Of course he was. Yeah, so I'm working at Kernicki's this weekend, so, it's going to be a beautiful weekend on the deck out there, fish fry tonight. And if you don't mind, I have one plug to make, and it's based off of Z and the D's, this sports dating app that he was talking about, or, like last-minute decisions or whatever the hell he called it.
Yeah.
So there's an app out there, it's called Stadium Rover. It's one of my friends who started it about a year ago. It's kind of like that. You can it's not like dating, but it's rating stadiums. All stadiums all over the place.
Okay.
And you can also chat with people who are at the game. So let's say you see a girl in 35B and she's kind of cute and she's on Stadium Road. It could be like, hey, I'm in 38B. Let's meet up for a drink at the bar behind home plate at American Family Field.
Oh.
Something like that.
Okay.
So everybody, all you listeners, download it. They have a sweepstakes for Brewers Cubs tickets. You just got to answer trivia questions every day to enter. So yeah, do that.
Thank you,
do that for me. Do that for Matt Crossland.
And you find yourself. It sounds like you need to find yourself a nice little date coming up here, Matt. That's what it sounds like. Best of luck, brother.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. Have a good
Much
weekend.
love. See you, Matt. See you. I think what Matt was trying to say there was, if you were a beautiful lady, download that app. I don't think he really cares if you're a guy or not. Line 2, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Mickey, good morning.
How's your barfing going?
It was great. So, let's see here. Yesterday around 3 p.m. it began, and then all night I was tossing and turning up and down, back and forth. And then I was putting together a little best of show. It just was too much work. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to see if I can just stick it through. And about 6:45, I took a little sip of water. And you feel that hot. It's like that hotness coming at you. And then your mouth starts salivating. Coming right back from break. And thankfully, I had a Matt LaFleur presser ready to go. Hit play. Casually, because you don't want to make a scene, casually walked to the bathroom, but quickly. And expelled whatever else was in me. I think I feel better now. I think I'm better. I think we're good.
That was very descriptive. I appreciate. I was wondering why that, because I was listening on the radio app, and I was wondering why that Matt LaFleur interview was playing on for so long. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that was me. I was barfing in the bathroom at that time. That was why.
You got to have those clips ready to go. You never know what the body does to you,
And I think I know what. There's something I bought from a store. I won't name any names, and ate last night, and it didn't seem quite right. But I still ate it, and probably shouldn't have. But hey, I'm built different. I'm here. We've powered through.
Champ, heart of a champ. There you go.
Ugh. What's going on, Mickey?
I went to see the Braves at Red Sox yesterday at Fenway.
Did you? How was it?
It was fun. I called Grant from the stadium, and that's how he found out I no longer live in Madison and live out here in Masshole.
Oh, wow. How do you... Well, first of all, was that your second time calling the Wisco Sports Show?
Yeah, it is.
From?
Second or third, I think maybe
From
third.
Fenway?
From Fenway, yes.
Cool.
Because I said I would call, and it was the perfect moment to call because Derbs was in the lineup. He actually got 2 hits.
Durbin's got 2 hits?
He got 2 hits.
Caleb Durbin.
Scored a run and an RBI, yes. Caleb Durbin, formerly of the Milwaukee Brewers. Yes.
Wow.
He no one else did much more than that, so.
Caleb Durbin did something. That's crazy.
Yeah, he scored 1 out of the 2 runs that the Red Sox put in, and the Braves got 10 runs.
Damn.
Ronald Acuna Jr. hit a grand slam over the Green Monster, and you know what happened at that moment? I was looking away.
Mickey.
My back was to it. I watched it on the TV because my back was to it. You know?
How did that make you feel?
Well, let's just say I'm not barfing, but
Did you see that video? That one, I forget what game it was, but she was like not paying attention. There was a foul ball hit, and it spanked her right in the head, cracked her skull.
Yeah.
She had to go to stitches.
that should have happened to me for not paying attention. I was like, oh, so bases loaded, no outs. They walked in a run. And that was great because the fans were so pissed they were booing. I would too. You walk in a run, no outs, after Tolley pitching for 5 innings.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there watching. I think they had Yastrzemski come up, and I was like, oh, okay. Totally forgetting it was Acuna after that. Turned around, and what does he do? Hit one over the monster. Just everything I came to watch happened. But you know what? I was there at the ballpark. Beautiful day.
Yeah.
Braves won 10-2. Caleb Durbin, our old friend, even got a couple of hits.
Listen. Well, I don't know. I think you saw the more rare of feats, and that's Caleb Durbin actually doing something as opposed to someone hitting a grand slam. I think what you saw was a more rarity. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I saw Ronald Acuna Jr. hit a grand slam before in person.
You'll never see Caleb Durbin ever do anything like that again.
That's the only reason why I'm not totally upset, because I could still hear the sound of him hitting the grand slam. It's an unmistakable sound, right?
Yeah.
And that fills the soul. I watched it happen live against the Dodgers. I mean, we lost the series, we lost the playoffs, but I watched Ronnie hit a home run at
there you go.
in Atlanta against the Dodgers.
Beautiful.
So my soul is happy.
Good.
And I got to call Grant, so that was funny. Brock was just laughing at me, shaking his head.
I love the commitment to us. That's awesome.
Grant was like, you called Eva 3 times yesterday. Why are you at Fenway?
Mickey? Mickey, you are a treasure. You are a treasure and a treat, Mickey.
You clean yourself up, Eva. You're a wonderful treasure and a treat.
Have a good weekend. See you, Mickey. Line 3, bring us home. Line 3, good morning. Hello.
Are you there?
I'm right here.
First of all, I want to apologize for calling early. I usually wait until WKBT jumps off the bus.
That's okay.
But I'm calling from West Coast, Wisconsin.
I love it. Hit us with it, baby.
This is Barky.
Barky. I've been waiting
No,
for this. I've been waiting
One
for
of the
this.
reasons that us old guys love to watch the Milwaukee Brewers is it gives us something to look forward to, which is our favorite thing. Now, this year it happens to be the Mizrowski. Now, who do you think the next picture is that we enjoy watching? It'd be big old Abner, because we love to see the celebrations. We love to see the excitement. We love to see the fist pumps and the stomping and the spitting and everything else. What he has to do to put himself over the top is, instead of putting that big old chaw of tobacco or whatever it is in his cheek, if he could get some type of a water packet so he can do the Triple H, Hunter H. Hemsley water fountain of youth, celebration after a strikeout. Wouldn't that be awesome if he could pull that off?
Yes.
Oh, just imagine.
Could you
what
imagine,
would happen.
Barky? Could you imagine Abner Uribe giving Craig Counsell the people's elbow after he strikes out the side? Wouldn't that be incredible?
But just the fountain spray of youth coming out of him after
that'd be amazing.
after a major strikeout.
With the huge amount of dip that he has in his lip, though, he probably's got enough spit to do it. But you don't want to dirty the uniform.
We're hoping it's dip. I don't know what else he's got in there, but
whatever it is, it's a big wad.
As long as he doesn't trip over it when he goes off the mound, I'll be happy.
I could just imagine the Triple H. Oh, it'd be so
Yeah, it's my new favorite. My new favorite days are Fridays because of the scoreboards and
that's fun, isn't it? Mike is a great guy.
I love it because I'm a rock and roller back in the day, and I had my first big Ebo crush. And you had mentioned, you said you went to see the Doobie Brothers. It was one of your first concerts, and I've seen them many, 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 many times. Had autographs. 3 different years I met them and got autographs, and I'm a big Doobie freak, and you just set the tone for the whole weekend when I hear you on Friday talking with this other dude about concerts and stuff. So.
Well, I'll tell you this, Barky. I'll never forget being a young lad and seeing Doobie Brothers with Michael McDonald, and they're rocking out. And I look at my mom, and something dawned on me, and I said, "Ma, Doobie Brothers, Doobie, doesn't that mean marijuana?" She didn't know what to say, Barky. She didn't know what to say. She didn't want to lie to me. She said, "Yeah,
those were the good old days, Evo. Those were the good old days." And they're still rocking. We're going up to see them the end of August. They're going to be up at Mystic Lake, I believe. They got a new outdoor amphitheater there, and they're there with Santana. The night before that will be, I believe, Toto. They got a lot of concerts coming up there.
Dude,
yeah, they outdoor amphitheater. It's pretty cool. So
that sounds really cool.
The end of August, we'll be doobieing it up there again. So.
You know what goes really good with the Doobie Brothers?
What's that?
A doobie.
Yeah. Back in, way back in the day, fatties used to be popular. Now we just talk about overweight people and eating pizza. So, but fatties had a whole new terminology like 40 years ago.
It's
so
funny, man.
Barky. There we go, a little bit of China Girl right here.
Barky, much love, brother.
Radio.
As always. You have a great weekend, Barky, all right? Oh, there he goes. I don't know if you hung up or the gremlins got you. He just wanted to rock out to the Doobie Brothers. We'll be right back.
Is Over the Line.
Society's got no hold on this outlaw.
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
All right, welcome back in. Got an awesome interview coming up after 9 o'clock. You can say hi, though, Jason.
Hey, how you doing?
Got Jason, C4 Insurance Ignite in the house. Got Amphium Championship coming up. I was saying, congratulations, your 200th workout you just had this morning.
Yeah.
At, where was it at?
Discover Strength.
Discover Strength. And I'll get into this with you after 9 o'clock. I was saying, though, and Leia over here, who is a good biker, if you guys want to do a really good workout, because I love working out too, I just had a stump removed yesterday, and my wife didn't want to pay the extra $500 to have them clean it up for us. If I would have known, I would have paid the $500 easily. If you guys want to come over after the show, I got a stump that would blow your mind of how much there is to clean up. So please, bike over. Bike over. So if you want to come over too, Jason, we can clean up the stump.
The older I get, the more willing I am.
I was kind of laid up on the couch last night a little bit, and my wife was out there doing it. I think she's filled up like 10 garbage bags, and I don't think it made a 10th. So, anyways, we got Jason coming up. We'll talk with Jason and the American Family Insurance Championship as well. Brewers back at it tonight. We have OTAs for Packers. They have one more today, this week. Marshawn Lloyd was not there. Well, he was there but didn't participate. He has a moment to kind of seize and not seizing it with this Josh Jacobs situation happening. And if you want to get involved, easy to do at 608-321-1670. Other than that, we'll take a little break and come right back with Jason, C4 Insurance at Ignite. Stick around.
This is a Wisconsin Sports Zone update.
Well, the Brewers are in Houston tonight. It's where they'll open up a series against the Astros. They'll do so coming off a sweep against the Cardinals, helping them to a 4-game lead in the NL Central over the Cubs. Manager Pat Murphy talks on the season so far.
Games are going to be like this. Games are going to be close. The game is hard. Hitting is hard. Stringing together hits with the defense that's out there and the type of pitching that's out there, it's hard. So you have to do, I think you have to do little things.
Again, it will be Milwaukee and Houston tonight. First pitch at 7:10. Turning to the Packers, they're closing out their first week of OTAs, though the focus remains on running back Josh Jacobs' legal situation. The Brown County District Attorney's Office are still trying to determine whether they'll file former charges against Jacobs in relation to an incident last Saturday. Jacobs was released from jail on Wednesday, and his attorneys say he denies the accusations. As for Wisconsin, they now have 3 more start time for games this fall. It includes the home opener against Western Illinois at 6:15 and the season finale against Minnesota on Black Friday, with kick coming at 6:30.
For nearly 40 years, ABC Wisconsin Apprenticeship has been helping men and women transform themselves into highly skilled trade professionals. These skills are in demand and provide strong wages and benefits for a bright future. If you're a hands-on person who likes the feeling when you get projects done, apprenticeship could be for you. Go to buildyourcareerwi.org or just search online for ABC of Wisconsin.
The NBA draft continues to loom for the Bucks and what to do with Giannis Antetokounmpo. The team is reportedly open to trading him, and offers have been made. Bucks co-owner Jimmy Haslam, he told reporters earlier this month that they would like to have this situation figured out before the draft gets underway on June 23rd. For the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network, I'm Ebo.
Play it safe? Nah.
You gotta fight for your right.
We don't abide by your rules. Sometimes it's okay to get unruly. This is Over the Line from the Alpine Liquor Studio. Alpine Liquors, Dane County's largest independently owned liquor store, proudly serving DeForest and beyond.
All right, final hour. I was excited for this. I've been waiting. We took a couple weeks to get the schedule all together. We got our guy Jason in here for C4 Insurance and Ignite Wellness. Jason, good morning. Officially, how we doing?
Good morning. I'm doing well. And you?
I'm great. Well, we had a little trials and tribulations this morning, but we soldiered on. We powered through. That's what you got to do.
That's what you got to do.
What you got to do. And speaking of that, for Ignite Wellness, your story is. I remember talking to you last year. You're personally yourself. You have lost a huge weight loss journey, correct?
Yeah, over 80 pounds. Yeah.
How long did take us through Ignite Wellness real quick? Like what does it all involve? What is it for our listeners?
So Ignite Wellness, we focus on. Well, we were focusing on the GLP-1s, the weight loss medications. I got started on them a little over 4 years ago, when basically my entire family had struggled with weight loss. Some of them had gone through pretty drastic measures with gastric bypass and stuff to lose the weight. I didn't want to go down that road. Had hired a personal trainer, was following a nutrition plan, just wasn't seeing the results I expected. My primary care said, you're a perfect candidate for this GLP-1, which Ozempic was newer back then. He said, you're borderline diabetic. Let's give this a shot. And I was already on some blood sugar control medication called metformin, which is pretty common. It wasn't really doing much for me. About 2 months in on Ozempic, man, it was like a light switch went off. And it totally clicked, and I just felt totally different. I didn't have the sugar cravings, the alcohol cravings. I just always was thinking about food, and it just removed all of that food noise. Yeah, where it didn't matter if I was hungry or not. I just was constantly thinking about what am I going to eat? What am I going to snack on? I was a bored or stressed eater. I just was eating all the time, whether I was hungry or not, and it just didn't make sense.
So what were you doing at the time, like professionally? Like Ignite Wellness was a product of your journey through this, correct?
Yeah, it was.
So you all of a sudden you have the spark, and then you're hitting the gym, and you're not thinking about food, you're seeing the changes.
Yeah.
And then what goes mentally for you? Was there some clarity? Was there you feel like a new man? Like what happened mentally for you?
Yeah, it was like I said, it was like a light switch went off. It was just crazy the difference that I just felt personally, and then the weight started dropping. I've been on the meds. I will take a break once in a while to kind of let my body reset, but I've been on the meds basically for 4.5 years.
Yeah, and that's what gave you the big kickstart, though, right? That was gave you you saw the results then happening.
Yeah, I think when you start looking better, feeling better, you feel more confident about yourself. I think, it pushes you to keep going, right? To do things that your body feels better. You're not so achy and sore.
It's hard when you don't see results. Like when you're not seeing something, even after a while, you're like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah, and that's where I was at previously to starting the GLP-1 was, I was working out 5 days a week and following a 2,100 calorie diet that was set
So
up
you're in the deficit, you're working out.
Right, and I wasn't getting the results. And so, like I said, the medication made a world of difference for me.
And that's something at Ignite, like if people want to go to Ignite Wellness to get themselves kick-started, that's something we can do?
There are FDA requirements. You have to qualify to be on the meds. That's not for everybody. But yeah, I think, if you've struggled, especially with other alternatives, you've tried a bunch of different things, you've maybe seen some success, but then, you revert back to your old ways and the weight will just pile right back on. And so I think this is just a different way, a different tool to help people get to where they are.
Yeah, and here, IgniteWellnessPartners.com. Every journey is unique. That's why our personalized weight loss plan harnesses the potential of all of that, too. And you personalize it. A consultation call, do this, do that. And you're very individual focused, right?
Yeah, and we're meeting with our clients on a monthly basis. It's not, you don't just get the meds and good luck. We're there to help you guys through it. Everyone that works at the clinic has either been on or is still on the medication, so we're all very familiar with it.
How's this journey been for you, though, to see where you started, then the results you see, and then you are now helping people? How's that been for you?
It's crazy because memories will pop up on Facebook or people will post pictures, and it's crazy to look back because even though it was only a few years ago, it's hard to remember myself that way.
Yeah.
And even one of my business cards, I keep one of my heavy pictures on that business card, and everyone's like, why don't you change that or why don't you update it? And I said, it's just a good reminder for me to not go back to that, right? So I'm just very aware of what my body's going through and trying to just keep on the right track, right? So,
and it's got to be nice, too, to not have that food noise consume you, because that's like, it's like mentally just taxing, too. It's all you're thinking about, food. You got to be thinking about something else.
Yeah, it frees your mind up to think about so many other things.
Yeah.
Like I said, it just occupied so much of my time, I feel like. And that when that was gone, I was like, wow, is this what normal people feel like? I didn't know. I just had never felt like that before.
Sure.
So it was a very unique feeling. Yeah.
Awesome. If people want to get involved with Ignite Wellness, is it IgniteWellnessPartners.com?
Yep.
Is it just easy to go to the website? Or?
Yep. Our local number is 608-203-8035. I mean, people can call. Chrissy's in the office,
Awesome.
Tuesday through Friday. She's excellent at, walking people through the process, but our website has a lot of information on it.
That's great. And we got AmFam Championship coming up here at TPC Wisconsin. You were there last year. Excited to be back this year?
Yeah, it was a pretty good time.
Yeah, well, I have a question for you. I was asked Jason if he'd be trying to catch John Daly's secondhand smoke.
Oh, always. Yeah.
I just tried to do that too when I was there last year.
Yeah, catch anything from John Daly. No, it's it's a really good event.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
You're tan. You're very tan.
Yep.
Have you been out golfing? Is that why? Or
golfing, working outside?
Okay,
it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I was trying to get tan for TPC because last year I burned pretty bad walking around following John Daly's secondhand smoke. I'm trying to get a little tan there. I love Madison's north side. It's really fun out there. But hopefully I can sweet talk my way into the cabana when you guys are in there.
Heck yeah, stop by.
And then also you're a busy guy too. You got C4 Insurance as well.
Yeah, yep.
Well, first of all, where do you find time to have some golf time, some fun?
Well, you hire the right team,
Yeah,
right?
is that what it is?
Yeah, you got to have the right support system, and I have an excellent team both at Ignite and at C4. So
tell us about C4 Insurance. How important is it for people to be insured out there?
I think right now, especially with the recent storms, I think people are seeing they're finding out maybe how bad their coverages really are. Carriers are going through a lot of changes. Prices are going up and coverage is coming down. So we're seeing a lot of the carriers shift to higher wind hail deductibles, and they're going to depreciated settlement on roofs. We're an independent agency, so we represent many different carriers, so we're able to work with our clients, gather their information, and then shop that around to find the best cost and coverage, right?
You've been seeing a lot of has it been pretty crazy since that storm?
Yes, we're getting a lot of calls. I mean, not only for claims, but people are upset now that they found out what their coverages really are. Now they really want to.
So you guys are there to help out big time for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I was I'm a north sider.
Yeah.
I got hit hard, dude. My car got patched up good.
Yeah, it was some of the we had some pictures of clients' cars where hail had gone through the windshield and actually through the dashboard, and that's it was
scary.
Some pretty scary hail.
I got like a softball size dent on the roof of my car, of one of like 30.
Yeah.
And then there's my windshield. Thankfully, my house though, because I have in my freezer, I have literally they're like softball size pieces of hail. My wife. She asked me later, she's like, why the hell are you saving these? I'm like, I think they're kind of cool.
Yeah.
She's like, just please throw them out. But we think we had a rubber roof, so we didn't have much to do with it. But, yeah, it was nuts there, dude. I couldn't imagine fielding all those calls and people being hacked off, too, about it all.
It was hectic there.
Yeah.
And they're still leaking in, but it was pretty crazy there for a couple weeks.
Anything else you want to get out there for C4? Or
No,
Ignite?
not for Ignite. I guess I would like to say we're branching off into the peptides now.
Okay, tell me about those. I want to know more about that.
Yeah, so the FDA just kind of released some more from Category 2 restricted list, and so the peptides are more and more common, and people have been interested in them.
I'm very intrigued in them.
Yeah, so I've been using some of the peptides on and off for the last couple years. I've seen some really good results, and so we're starting to branch off into the peptides. There's a lot of questions out there. People aren't sure. You know, a lot of the product comes from overseas, and so you're not really sure on the efficiency or safety of those products. So we're sourcing all of our stuff from FDA-approved and licensed facilities here in the U.S., like where we get our GLPs from. So we'll be branching off into the peptide side, and so I'm really excited to bring that as an offering to our clients.
Do you know like what kind of peptides you're bringing? Like I'm sure you do, and like what they do. I'm very intrigued myself personally.
Well, there's so many different ones, and so like the areas of focus that we'll be working on is like growth hormone and recovery stuff, some cognitive and neurological stuff. And then some anti-aging and longevity peptides. So there's a huge mix, and there's some different blends that are good for different things. And so it really kind of depends on what the client's looking for, what they're trying to solve, and then they'll meet with a medical provider and talk about their issues or what they're trying to fix.
Oh, cool.
And then we'll help them.
It's really personalized stuff to meet your exact needs. And
I don't think there's any one size fits all. Right?
No,
You know, everyone's looking for something maybe a little bit different, so we don't want to just sell everyone the same exact thing.
Like for peptides, I'm so a novice on the topic. I'm not really sure. Do you like? There's stuff for like making your brain work a little better, like you're a little more focused.
Yeah.
There's
you know, and then like the really popular ones are like ipamorelin, semamorelin, which are like growth hormones. Then
what would I be doing with the growth? Like looking for that? Like what would that be doing?
Muscle development.
So if I want to get
interesting. Yeah. So helping with basically to redevelop like human growth hormones.
Yeah. So if I want to like gain more.
Yep.
That would be something I would get personalized with.
Yeah, more performance, better performance, right? But then, like, the Wolverine stack, which is BPC 157 and the TB 500, that's more for soft tissue damage repair. So people that have had chronic injuries or long-lasting injuries, maybe it's a tendon or muscle issue that they can't seem to get solved. That Wolverine stack has been around and been used for a long time, but
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, and so it's just getting more and more popular as people. You got Joe Rogan and all these guys that have been using this stuff for years, and now with the FDA kind of releasing those from Category 2, where it was a restricted medication, they're releasing more of these peptides to be FDA approved. So
what you're saying is, don't go to some weird website from China or something. What we do is Ignite Wellness Partners, and we get personalized with you guys.
Well, I don't care where you go, but you should probably know where the meds are coming
that's
from.
What I'm saying.
We'd love if you'd come to Ignite, but I think you have to be cautious when most of these are injections, and when you're injecting medication into your body, I think you should probably know where it's coming from, or at least have someone to talk to about it if there's problems, right? So
I don't want to be in some shady website and all of a sudden I'm injecting some
who knows what?
Some squid ink in me or something.
Yeah, horse tranquilizer, or frog poison.
I don't talk to you guys.
Who knows what?
And be like, hey, all right, I'm gonna be talking to you then about that, right, brother?
We're here to help you.
All right, man, awesome. And big plans this weekend? Anything fun happening?
No, I got some outside work to do. I got
me too. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, some stump cleanup.
Well, Jason, it's always a pleasure, man. That was fun.
That was
great.
awesome.
And congratulations on the 200th workout for Discover Strength as well. You're looking good, dude.
Thank you.
You're looking great.
Thanks.
And keep it. I know you will, but keep it up, brother. All right,
you.
we're gonna go. Jason and I are gonna go hit 225 on the bench.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Painted faces fill the places that I could use somebody. You know that I could use somebody. Someone like you and all you know and how you speak. Countless lovers under cover of the street. You know that I could use somebody. You know that I could use somebody. Someone like you.
This is Over the Line.
How much you want to make a bet I can throw a football over the mountains?
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Welcome back in. Good stuff there from Jason. Ignite Wellness. Very, very intriguing. Very intriguing. All right. yesterday, Packers, OTAs, we got the third one today. Just beginning, mandatory minicamp coming up here June 9th to the 11th. There were some people not participating. One of them, Marshawn Lloyd. You're like, okay, like, what, dude? You have this is an opportunity to seize a moment, if you will. And he was the one, undisclosed reason, sat out of OTAs. Okay? Matt LaFleur. It's some audio from Matt LaFleur. He's like, he's done a nice job, but we've only had one practice with him. Here we go. Marshawn Lloyd. Matt LaFleur, we played yesterday about him with the no comments of Josh Jacobs. And again, more will be revealed. More information coming up, we'll see. Matt LaFleur, though, on what he's seen from Marshawn Lloyd.
Yeah, he's done a nice job, but we've only had one practice, so I think the proof will be in the pudding. Like, he's got to show that consistently over the course of, you know, all of OTAs, into training camp, into the preseason, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Not the most confident sounding when it comes to Lloyd. LaFleur also talking about on Marshawn Lloyd fighting through adversity through 2 NFL seasons.
Yeah, he's had some really tough circumstances and has fought through a lot of adversity, but I think that, you know, for a lot of guys, you know, guys that can fight through the adversity and stay positive, which he's done, I think, you know, there's a lot that can come from that in a positive sense.
Yeah, stay positive, Marshawn. The power of positivity will compel you to become the Packers' RB1 and potentially, who knows, the new war. No, it's not happening. In his first 2 seasons, he's played 10 snaps. All came in week 2 of his rookie season. That was in 2024. He carried the ball 6 times for 15 yards against the Colts. He caught 1 pass as well, a catch rate of 100%. Since then, he has missed 32 straight regular season games, including the entirety of the 2025 season. But stay positive, all right? Stay positive. When healthy, which is rare, Matt LaFleur was asked, what has he seen from him?
Well, he's extremely explosive, and he's a dual-threat guy, a guy that you can design routes for, but, you know, we're in the early stages right now.
Does that sound like a confident man? Does that sound like confidence man number 1?
Well, he's extremely explosive, and he's a dual-threat guy, a guy that you can design routes for, but, you know, we're in the early stages right now.
Matt LaFleur sounds like he's Craig Counsell right there with the uhs and the ums. You get Craig Counsell on a 10-game losing streak, you get Matt LaFleur talking about a guy who can't ever stay healthy.
Well, he's extremely explosive, and he's a dual-threat guy, a guy that you can design routes for, but, you know, we're in the early stages right now.
Matt LaFleur also asked, is he optimistic that Marshawn Lloyd has turned a corner with his health?
Well, I think he's done everything he can in his power to put him in the best possible position, but he's just going to have to go out there and prove it.
Yeah, just going to have to, you know, go out there and prove it. How about this? What will it take for him to believe that Lloyd has turned the corner? You must believe in it.
I think we always talk about as a team, the best ability is availability, and I think that's ultimately what it's going to take for him.
There you go. Mike McCarthy used to say that too. I think every coach says that. The best thing to be is available. How about this? Micah Parsons, will he be available coming back from that ACL injury?
Mike he's doing great.
Is he here right now?
He is not here. He'll be back here shortly.
There you go. The NFL set that schedule up nice too, where they'll be back maybe for the Bears, but definitely for the Cowboys. How about this? Why did they release Brandon McManus? Probably because he turned into Brandon McAnus.
Yeah, I think, you know, that was, Goody and I talked quite a bit, and I think it was only fair to Brandon and to our football team to make the move now.
That was only fair to Brandon and the football team to make the move then to bring in Smack That, Trey Smack. The only kicker drafted, by the way. How about that? Brandon McManus turned McAnus. How about this on adding Tyrod Taylor to the quarterback room?
Tyrod, yeah, he's been awesome, man. He's really come into the room and is absorbing everything. He does have a little bit of familiarity with our system. Obviously, he's played a long time in this league, but it is good that he was with Hackett a couple years ago, or 2 years ago in New York, and so it's not foreign to him.
There you go. Matt LaFleur a little bit there. Just wanted to get a couple comments about Marshawn Lloyd. Doesn't seem very confident in turning the corner with his health. Do you blame him? He's played 10 snaps in 2 years. We'll take a little break here. Stick around. Be right back.
This is Over the Line.
How much you want to make a bet I can throw a football over the mountains?
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 5 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 4 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.